my body being like, okay, dude, you need to breathe.
I wish I could breathe.
Tis that time.
Tis that season of year where everyone starts suffocating.
Yep.
It's the mole rats.
The mole rats. They come out of hiding, and they steal all of your oxygen.
Bastards.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome back to session, guys. We're live.
We're live! Hello!
Impossible.
Oh, that's what I was forgetting. I didn't boot Chatty up.
Impossible.
That was the one thing I had forgotten. That's okay. I need to get used to actually using it. It's pretty cool.
Forget about these nuts. Haha.
Got 'em. Anyways, welcome back, guys. Let's do a recap, shall we?
Kappa?
No, a recap.
Oh.
Recap!
Recap!
Yeah.
Recap.
So, y'all are on the run, basically, because the Tetsugard are gonna be coming down on you guys with the
Trying to,
long
anyway.
arm of the law.
Arm.
Yeah. And, pretty much you guys have been kind of weighing your options, more or less, of what to do. And while you were also preparing to hunker down and go into hiding. And, yeah, I think from what I recall, you guys had a run-in with, Sir Mercedaire.
Indeed.
An old friend from, like, back in Session 3. And then...
The oldest friend.
Yeah, talk about a hell of a throwback. You met him first in Session 3. You have run-ins with them in Belvedere every now and again.
My new old friend.
Your new old friend.
God damn it.
In any case, after that, you basically went to go meet with the local Bastion Order, the Order of the Blue Rose. And you met with Dominic, one of the knights of one of the Kingsmen, who's also in charge of the Bastion Knights in Brosnov, more or less. He's kind of the head honcho, and he kind of has some weight to his name out in Brosnov. Yeah, so he offered some what do you call it? Oh, hi, Quiz. He offered some protection for you guys, at least to some degree. Basically, he can slow down the Tetsugard's efforts on coming after you, and grant you certain immunities. I kind of failed to make mention of another important detail regarding what do you call it? Your Yakuza friend Timur and what he could offer, which I'll get to in a moment. But in any case, Dominic pretty much was yeah, no worries, Quiz. Dominic pretty much was able to offer some protections, and in return, he would like for you to help on their investigations, because things are a little chaotic back home for the Knights when their king is kind of suddenly out of commission, we'll put it. Not dead, but not really in any capacity, which you guys are a little bit familiar with, given the details and seeing what happened to Caiaphas.
The deets.
Yeah. So they're looking into that as well, cuz when their king kind of flops over and it almost dies, inexplicably, a nation of knights who are very intent on protecting everything and everyone might want to look into something that can just pretty much kill their king under their nose.
Maybe.
So to that extent, they're willing to work with you, provided you cooperate. after that, you guys met with Timur, and you also agreed to assist him with tracking down Lady Yuki, and he was able to give you the details of the two clubs that she tends to frequent, which is out in the Hanging Garden and out in Seaport. The Hanging Garden one being the Endless Paradise, if I remember correctly, and Seaport's, I think that one was the Aurora.
Yep.
So yeah, so here's the details I failed to mention. Much like how Dominic can kind of impose some influence into helping you handle the Tetsuguard a little bit, Timur can do the same. However, it's to the guild instead of to the Tetsuguard. The Yakuza can, stir up a little trouble and pull the guild's attention away just a little bit to not send every guild mercenary after you guys. So it's kind of nice to know that there's some there could be some strings to be pulled that'll ensure that not every corner has a guild merc or an assassin or a hired thug coming after you. So that's pretty much what Timur's putting on the table for his end. And with that, I think I leave you guys back at Vico and Tessa's.
Yeah,
Yep,
we got
with the
costume
new-
changes to
Yep.
go through.
Oh yeah, you did go and get some new costumes. You got some new outfits. You have
New things.
new things. You've got some nice new armored samurai clothing for Lamine, so she can show off the muscles and look a little bit different. You got some nice, more traditional sort of more free-flowing for Yasha in terms of his samurai robing, and then you've got punk rocker fucking Mordorin over there in the
Beautiful.
biker denim.
Probably way less biker than you're thinking, but definitely more.
Look,
more of the punk.
if I'm not seeing Mordorin looking like a House Orlock ganger, I'm going to be disappointed.
No, he is not. there is no fucking stud anywhere, so
Oh, we're all
don't give him that
disappointed.
hope. Don't give it a hope.
This dude needs to look like he goes up and down the West
Hell
Coast on a
no.
Harley.
Hell no. Hell no.
Yes.
Actually, I shouldn't say hell no. That's up to Lamine.
Yeah.
It,
Wait, the way I had described it is that he needs to look like he grew up in the streets of Seattle in like the 90s. Like that, like grunge, very punk grunge.
Damn.
yeah.
In any
I
case,
think I got it. I think.
in any case, that's yeah. That's been pretty much what you guys did. So you got your disguises. You've got some I guess directions you could go with. Roland is still MIA. Party what do?
First, I want to ask what Yasha got for a haircut.
Oh, that's right. We never
Yeah.
resolved
I know
that.
he was getting
'cause-
his hair.
It's true.
Nah.
Yep.
Hair
While
dramatically reduced.
while you guys were discussing terms with Timur, Yasha was getting a nice new haircut. What did Catherine do?
Poor Catherine. She had a lot of work.
Yeah.
But everyone except Shun would know. He got Hades' best friend look.
Oh my god, that. Okay, yeah, I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean. It's the he's
Cut my
got
hair like I'm the
the
best friend of Hades.
so he's kind of got a little bit nice and tamed hair,
very
and it's
neat.
the
Braided
ponytail
now.
kind of comes down braided past onto the shoulder towards the front.
Yep.
Shadies, are we talking about?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we can't really give you too much detail.
Okay,
I don't know if I
at
can-
least know.
Could we?
gonna find out if I can find that sort
I'm-
of hair.
Like if you can find a picture, go ahead. I'm not gonna spoil it because I
No,
will
I've
not spoil
seen
it.
I've seen mods of it. So if I just use that,
Alrighty.
so give me 1 second.
I'll have you do that, and if you can find something of the with that look, then I can maybe share that. But that aside,
I'm assuming it's not this, right, hun? Because that's just, you know,
No, that is, you know.
yeah.
Oh my god, this image is crunchy. What the fuck?
yep, it's perfect for
Crunchy.
him. You got a nice crunchy haircut for Yasha.
No. It's pixelated.
Even better.
Horribly pixelated. Here we go. I found the hairstyle and not the character, so.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Give me Hades' best friend's haircut. Or, I'm sorry, cut my hair like I'm the best friend of Hades. Say no more, fam.
Beautiful friend.
And I can.
That's cute.
Is
So
That is cute.
he has
Wow.
probably lost a good 15 pounds of hair, I am sure.
15 pounds.
God, I know that feeling all too well.
I
The
mean,
dude's
you
a
look.
Yeti. Okay, so it's this
But
hair.
you look kind of.
Yeah,
Yasha
just
looks
as I
kind of
figured.
like Enkidu from Fate, huh?
A
This
little
hair
bit,
look
yeah. But messy.
messier. Yeah.
And now it's all gone. Reduced to atoms.
Deuce to Adams.
Or whatever Catherine decides to do with it. I don't know what the hell she's gonna do with so much hair.
Yes.
What
could
do you
make-
do
you
with
c-
like, or like
You could
4
probably
feet
make
of
a good,
hair?
you could probably make good 4 or 5 wigs out of that, if not more, depending if they're short hair wigs.
Make some
Gabriel, like
beards
a
too.
curtain. Full on curtain. Slap.
Oh god.
Oh.
Baps.
Ah.
Bap, bap, bap.
Anyways, so y'all got your new looks, and Yasha got his new haircut, and you've got some missions more or less, 2 specifically. But if there's anything else you guys would like to do, you're more than welcome. Now is the time.
I don't.
Mostly
I don't think
figuring
so.
out.
Besides just like discussing. There is a second thing to bring up though. Now that, I mean, I guess technically she's sleeveless, but she did get one of those arm sock things for her right arm. But her left arm.
Ah
She
yes,
has
the
a tattoo
samurai
there.
sock.
The arm sock.
Amin has a half sleeve tattoo on her left arm.
Metal.
It's like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
upper
it's
arm,
cloth.
but yeah. No,
It is.
I mean maybe you can call it metal.
It's just
They're
solid metal.
it's like the opposite metal actually.
Yeah.
It's a flower tattoo. She has a bunch of labor flowers tattooed.
Yeah.
Arm.
Nice.
That's
It
it.
is. Yeah, it is very pretty, and I can't show it on stream.
Nope.
Nope.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, no TOS
Yeah,
stuff.
so. Well, really. I would have thought.
In any case,
Comes out idly flexing to the room. Less showing off and more of like just stretching in the new clothing. Like seeing how
Hell
far she can move.
yeah.
so you guys gonna do
Still gets a bit.
you guys
we haven't
gonna
discussed what
disguise I was gonna ask is you guys gonna try on your disguises now or you gonna
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
do
putting
them
that on.
later?
we're gonna do. Obviously.
I know Lamine is.
Mean is wearing hers now. We're
Yeah.
about to go out.
Yeah. Morden will put on.
She probably kept the boots she had though. I don't think she changed her footwear. Otherwise, it's just like.
Yeah, we are now all cute and stylish.
Styling. Alright,
Style.
so you guys are
like
now...
how Yasha and then haircut though. Like nice. I mean, I guess that would have happened earlier, but you know, you don't.
Well,
Mhm.
especially now.
Yeah, Mordred is very happy it's now nice and actually kept
For now.
for now. But
For now.
for now he will
Oh, no.
enjoy. And I'm pretty sure that cord costed you about 940 gil.
500,000 gil.
500,000 gil.
Bruh.
It was a good deal.
Okay. Well, now that we are in our new outfits, fresh and up,
Yep.
I guess. New
Still
our
got
disguises.
you still got plenty of time before Brosnov night arrives.
Yeah, so
And
now we have
once
to
night
do that.
falls, you know the Tetsu Slayers are gonna be out in force.
Yeah.
And the Tetsu Guard we're gonna be stepping it up.
So yeah, now it is time to discuss what we're gonna do. Because, you know, we got time, but we don't got a lot of it.
Yep, evil moment.
Did we have specifics from the Blue Roses about what exactly we were to be doing for them?
They didn't go into detail, but they're more inclined to ask questions about what you guys know before acting.
That's right.
Because, they're currently just investigating at what the hell just, like, basically more or less killed their king. But, you know, didn't actually kill their king. But, who attempted to kill their king.
Yeah.
They would like for you to provide some context to their investigation.
Yeah.
And, maybe help point them in the right direction.
It's that way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that was easy.
Attacks Valvadiri.
God damn it.
Those bastards had it good for too long.
Oh
My god.
I'm sure a lot of people in Brosnov think that, to be fair.
Yeah, you'd basically be feeling the sentiment of most people here. It's just like, Valvadiri, man, fuck those guys. Bunch of stupid wizards.
What do they know?
Excuse you, as a stupid wizard, I take offense.
Yeah, but you're a Brosnov wizard. You're okay. Mostly. Kind of a weird profession.
You know what? That is fair.
You're not ostracized, but you're definitely looked at for choosing a really weird profession.
It is fair. And this works in Mordred's favor.
It's
sadly
like
enough.
it's like being an ice cream salesman in the middle of Antarctica. You can do that, but you're gonna get some weird looks from the locals, mostly the penguins. But you know,
You laugh, but apparently the most popular place for ice cream is in fucking Alaska.
yeah, man. Some people like cold things when it's cold.
And they like hot things when it's hot.
Yeah, people be insane like that. I should actually transition from the stream. We'll be starting while you
No,
guys are
we
figuring
haven't-
out
we
what the hell to
haven't-
do.
We haven't started yet.
Alaskans have
No.
cultures. Yeah, they
None
have
of
they
this
have
clothing.
cultures. I don't know too much on Alaska, so I won't judge. It's too cold for me to judge. In any case, yeah. So you can start your investigation with for Timur in terms of looking
Come
for
here.
Lady Yuki. You can look into assisting the Blue Roses in their investigation. You can also probably look into other things like figuring out how to get the Tetsu Guard off your asses, or handling well, there's always an easy way to get the guild off your asses permanently.
Kill them.
Kill them, yeah. But I mean, that's kind of the easy choice for any problem. Well, easy answer, not the easiest to execute.
Kill him.
Violence until it's no longer a problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like violence?
The cat has chosen violence.
Your cat has chosen
Cats
violence.
always choose violence.
Yeah. You can also look into other ordeals, discuss with some of your fellows, like Vico and Tessa, reach out to others. Like, I mean, you've kind of established some contacts, like Kagero with the Tetsu
Two
Guard.
cats.
You've got the investigators. You got Walter and Date.
I can make this cat upset real quick. Because her brother's right here.
You could also consider seeking out the Brosnov crew for some consultation as well.
Osnov gang.
Yeah, you know, Gilbud, Jin, those guys. Although that one comes with the, the danger of they might make good on their word on coming after you. Bro, your
Yeah,
cat
they-
needs to fucking chill. I'm here
Gucci
narrating.
has no fear.
The Gucci cannot.
Gucci cannot.
Bruh, can you discuss your tax evasion after the stream? Thank you, cat. I swear this cat. I'm joking.
He has much to say always.
Much to say, especially about taxes.
And how to evade them.
And how to avoid them.
I mean, trying to get
Dang,
the.
please.
I know the Blue Rose would probably be ideal immediately, just because they can help us with the more pertinent looming problem that we have.
Ah, the
At least
Tetsu
less
Guard.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since the guild is a problem, but they're not, as far as we know, they're not like an immediate problem. Whereas being hunted down by slayers is a very immediate problem.
Yeah, more aggressive,
That is fair.
Tetsu Guard and the Tetsu Slayers deployment is a bit of a big issue. I mean, Dominic has already set forth in motion the efforts to slow down their deployments, so they're not going to be everywhere, but they will be coming.
Okay.
Because this isn't like a call out from some higher up captain for the Slayer force. This is from the High Marshal, and the High Marshal is, well, he's the big cheese. He's the guy in charge of all the Tetsu Guard stuff. So when he says we're gonna go do something,
It's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen.
Dom did say that he wouldn't be able to, like, a whole lot, but just slow down the process a little bit, which is better than nothing.
Yeah. So there won't be Tetsu Slayer guys everywhere, but they'll be there.
Okay.
So be prepared to deal with some mechanized samurai forces.
I gotta deploy the mech units then with their rocket launchers.
Yep.
Gotta use Sammy's.
Be
Gotta use
annoying with-
Sammy's power.
Bounded field problems.
Yeah. And remember, the Tetsu Guard don't work or they don't follow the bounded fields rules of
Yeah.
their equipment
They have
doesn't
their
work
own
as
special
well.
weapon.
Yep. All of
do
their
we- Do we know how we might be able to permanently, at least for the time being, permanently get them off our back? Is it laying
think-
low until it
I
passes
think it was
over?
the laying low, yeah.
yeah. For the time being, the only seeable option you guys know of is yeah, basically ducking your heads until the High Marshal calls it off. Which can be anywhere between a month to a year.
Oh, well, fucking never mind.
Yeah.
He
He might
Yeah, we can't
he
lay
might
low for a
deploy
while.
He might deploy these guys and just like get bored in a month and say, okay, we're done, or he might have them just hanging out for a while. And
Much to everyone's disappointment.
much to everyone's annoyance, but what are you gonna do? Fight the Tetsuguard?
We
Yeah.
might,
Yes,
we might be sure to
revolution.
just have the city before that would
That's it.
even.
That's it. We need to
Yeah.
turn this campaign into a rebellion campaign.
Oh no.
Oh,
A
God.
Broznov rebellion.
Jesus, that would be a fucking mess.
It would be, but I'm here for it.
So you wanna know what happened to my last setting? It's gone, but
Alright, so, I guess we stopped being about collecting artifacts and fighting ancient evils and now has become toppling governments and staging a coup.
As you do.
Sounds like a typical D&D campaign to me.
Lovely. I mean, that's an option if y'all really want to fucking do that.
I'm sure.
I don't think most of us are interested in actually doing that.
Nah. Thankfully, for
We have no Corins here. They don't want revolution.
alright. I was about to suggest like maybe we could see if we could get Lady Yuki and then get for to pass over, but no, never mind. It's not gonna
What?
be ten-
Have Lady Yuki help with the
No, like solve one of the things and then go into hiding for a bit, but we're not gonna wait in the guts for a month. So,
Yeah. And not to mention, who's to say things might change in that time, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think Timur's gonna wait a whole month for you guys to try and find Lady Yuki. Or for you guys to come out of hiding for Lady Yuki, you know?
Yeah.
Or really, anyone's not gonna wait one fucking month for us. That's kind of a long time to just vanish.
There is also that, getting acquainted with some of the people from the Guts, because the only character who has actually been there, actually the only two characters that are probably the most knowledgeable about the Guts are currently not here today, unfortunately. And that is
Yeah,
Kyron,
yeah,
who was
figure it.
recently down there,
Yeah.
and Poverty,
And
who
Poverty, who lives
grew
there.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Unfortunately.
person who grew up there and the person who bought bombs down there.
Yeah. The guy who went down to the Guts almost got in trouble with the local neighborhood watch and then bought fucking high explosives.
I do have a question about the guts, but that
As
was just
Kyron fucking
I
does.
have to ask that later.
That's fair.
Kyron, everywhere Kyron goes, he just like rubs sandpaper over everyone.
It's great.
Like, he's
It's
just like casually abrasive.
it's pretty great. His character is the least troublesome, problematic character.
Because it's right there.
Because he doesn't actually cause problems, but he's definitely very rude.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. So it would probably be extremely irritating to Lamine if she witnessed it, but hey. He hasn't been around for him doing that just yet.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Save Lamine a lot of sanity points.
We're already losing them some days anyway, so it's...
You gotta.
about-
They're
Oh,
a
good.
valuable
You can
resource.
join Mortarin then. Keeps sanity every day.
A valuable resource. Don't spend it all in one place.
Doesn't even have the resource anymore.
Well... Going for Lady Yugi might still be the best bet, just because we have a...
We have
Like
actual
concrete.
destinations.
Yeah, we have something concrete when it comes to that.
I agree.
Would probably worth seeing if there's any way we could get off the Tetsuguard radar as well, but I'm not even sure how to go about doing that.
That you'd probably have to consider consulting somebody who's either been on the side of the law or on the wrong side of it.
Yes. Like
The people who are either the ones
like
exercising the
Dante and
law
Walter.
or
Hey, look,
yeah.
we're friends with someone in both of those categories, and they happen to work together.
You could also talk with there's also Kagero and Timur for that matter, since Kagero, is a Tetsuguard captain and Timur was a syndicate crime lord and a Yakuza captain.
That one. I mean, actually, I could see it not being awkward, but I kind of imagine it would be at least a little bit awkward to go to Dante and Walter about that, about this. Like, hey, so
We're kind of on the run, but it's not us.
you remember how we said we were just not getting into trouble or anything?
Well, that changed.
We are really on.
We're trouble.
We are trouble.
We may
You're
have
trouble.
we may have done some wrong.
What's wrong? Well, we are the wrong now. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It'd probably be pretty funny though.
He probably has heard by now.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not too surprising. We were in the area, in the whole train, like rail, the elevated train, kind of, taking on weird horsemen and everything crashing,
Void Rider, the train accident, all that jazz.
Yeah. We had talked to them like 10 minutes before that happened.
I'd say more like 2030, if anything. Still, not too
Yeah,
long
but-
ago.
Was still right
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
1 second.
still. Yeah, Mortarin at this point is just like
What are you
any
here for?
allies
Just
that we
visiting,
had. Any allies we possibly had, besides obviously Tessa and Vico, because they're not gonna, out us. I hope. Don't consider them allies anymore. Like Date and Walter, no. We're not talking to the Tetsuguard up at the highway either. I mean, I don't know how they would react if we went up the highway,
I
even
don't know
from
how they
Italy.
react.
But
think
I
that-
don't
I
want
think
to
Date and
know.
That
I-
thing Walter would be pretty
I don't
towards us,
know.
actually. I just don't want to involve them. It's probably best if we don't involve them in our issues.
Yeah.
As long as we can.
I'm 100% agreeing with that, but yeah, Mortarin is also on the side of err with caution, cause they do have an ex Tetsu card in that rank. He might not be a Tetsu guard because of reasons, but yeah, this cat is fat. I'm rolling him around
I
like
don't
sushi.
really remember Kagero, unfortunately, very well.
Yeah, Kagero. Oh god, I also have that new what was his name? my new best friend.
But your rival?
My rival.
God damn it.
You know what?
Morgan.
I have his name written down somewhere, but it's perfect that I don't remember because Morgan probably wouldn't remember either. He just show up and be like, "Hey, it's my rival," and he's like, "Who?"
I don't even know who you are.
Man, talk about insult when the wizard beats a samurai at his own game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the reason why he didn't get into that school.
You know what? That's fair. That was still pretty embarrassing for him.
It was pretty
Mortarin
wild.
did it though. Mortarin won a duel. Hooray!
And now we gotta do with Lamine, so.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not winning that one. Well, it will depend on but
Yeah, we've already been through over this. Depends on
Yeah.
the circumstance.
it'll depend on the circumstance, cause I think even if
Can actually
they
be.
like went all out, like allowing magic and shit like that, I think Lamine would still win.
I mean, all rolls, all nat ones.
I mean, there's always the issue of just like Nuffle.
Nuffles has decided no.
Yeah,
Really?
but Knuckles would have to really fuck you over. Like one good hit is enough, probably.
Alright. Sorry, hold 1 second.
But yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation one day. Being like,
That's a lot of in-universe discussion and a lot of player-to-player mechanical discussion of like what exactly is allowed.
yeah, what do you want to allow?
Yeah. Because just a straight up like whoever gets more hits in like a certain number of hits, and it'll be very even.
Yeah.
If they go like full on armored and with equal weapons. But if they just go at it as they are now, then it would a lot more up in the air. I think. Discussion for time.
Discussion for when it happens.
When we actually have time.
Yeah, but like I asked Michael, just like where would be a good place to do it? Just like on a rooftop in an alleyway, do it wherever you like. Like okay.
There's plenty of big rooftops. Should be
Okay.
Sure.
Now I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, we can do it on Michael Tessa's rooftop right now.
You could.
Do what? Are you guys gonna fight? Who's fighting? Why are we fighting?
Remember the duel?
Why aren't we fighting?
Because Michael said, what would be a good place for, the Lamine and Mortarin duel? And he did say, rooftops, alleyways, wherever.
You never specified who was dueling. Just what's a good place to duel.
It's true, he did not specify.
So he only gave you the details of that. He's like, yeah, just fight pretty much wherever. Anywhere that looks nice, really. If you're, if you want to be, if you want your fights to be more sentimental. Other than that, exercise a level of pragmatism for it.
Wait, when did I think Vico and Tessa was there when Lamine issued the challenge, so it's assumed. I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
if they were paying attention and they were around.
Oh, that's true.
They
I
might
guess it'll
not have
depend.
been.
Yeah.
That was when we had our little bit of free time. So
Yeah. That's fair.
it's not like we came back to debrief someone what we were doing. We were just hanging around.
Yep. Still, that'll be fun one day.
We get to it.
But for now, we decided we're gonna go try to find Lady Yuki first.
Yeah, I still
You
think
guys-
that's probably our best option at the moment.
Yeah, because we at
Just
least
because
have.
we can like we know when we've finished it. I guess you know what I mean.
It's true.
Like we know
Well-
for sure. Like when we find her, we did it. We can cross it off.
Okay. So
Yep.
we have two destinations then, and if I remember correctly, they're nowhere near each other.
Yep, one's in Hanging Garden, and the other one is in Northport, at the seaside.
So now it just going toss. Which one would she likely be in? Or even just like where's the closest? Actually, okay. So from what I understand, we decided we're going to go to the guts eventually for where we're gonna stake out. Is that correct?
That is what you guys
we are going to
debated.
do our best to make the guts into our new temporary home.
Yep.
We want to get out of Santiago's hair so that they
So-
aren't in danger.
Dominic
guess-
has also mentioned that there's a few hideouts all around Brosnov where Bastion Knights just kind of chill. And since you all have your little rose petal pendant, if you present that to any of the guys that are actual
Yeah.
knights, they'll let you in.
Yep. Which, from what I understand, we decided the guts was a better option anyway. Am I wrong?
Did you?
I don't know if we actually discussed
I don't
that.
actually recall.
Yeah, I don't think we did. I think as far as I remember, Mordrin is totally okay with staying with the Bastion, but I think Lamine preferred the guts. And I think that's where we were at. We're kind of at that standstill.
Yeah, I mean the Bastion Knights are still Bastion Knights, be they good or bad.
So I guess the vote would be up to Yasha, unless something has changed. Mordrin would not have changed his mind about that, so...
I think it would be prudent to try and stay with the Bastion Knights instead of sleeping in the guts. We don't know what could happen if we stay down there.
Yeah, but we would have Vico, and Vico knows people.
He wouldn't be there with us. He's not there to babysit us.
It's true.
He'll help
He
us in there, but he'll take off after we get settled, and the trouble comes afterwards.
It is
Yeah.
less likely. It is admittedly less likely we will be robbed. Staying with the Bastion Knights. You would hope, anyway. I'd hope it'd be less likely.
Yeah.
We're all just robber knights in disguise.
They're all Skaven, every single one of them.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
You present your little rose petal to the first knight, and they let you into this room, and suddenly, like, 12 knights show up in full plate armor. They're like, all right, your money or your life.
Damn it. Oh, I'm
It's not even
staying.
full armor
Um,
knights, it's just storm vermin.
That is something you do have to kind of consider, though, that while the Bastion Knights aren't necessarily a force of evil, you do have to remember that these guys aren't exactly the good guys either. Caiaphas himself, even kind of like, to a rather intense degree, does not like or trust the Bastion Order. One, because he's kind of he himself kind of just is a dick, but also just the Bastion Order kind of plays its own games and works on its own agenda, meaning that they might flaunt about how they're doing things for justice and for good, and while some of them may actually hold to that to what they proclaim, there's a lot of knights that also will just masquerade that and just say they're doing it when they're just achieving their own ends.
Kind of like with the I forgot what his name was, but that Vincent kicked his ass.
Alric.
Yes.
Sir Alric,
Yeah.
from the Order of the Lady.
Like him.
Yep.
And he
Yeah.
got found out. He got his ass kicked.
Well, he got arrested. He didn't get his ass kicked.
I
Unfortunately.
specifically remember he definitely at least got a punch in the face.
He
At least.
might have. Well,
Got
that's
berated by Lamine and
Yeah, Lamine
Don't
was
remember her name.
emotional damage, and then I don't know why I can't remember her name right now. Vincent.
Lady Agneer.
Yes, Lady
Yeah.
Agneer.
I
Yeah.
cannot believe Mordrin forgot his own wife.
God.
I will always joke about that.
Eh?
yeah, that joke isn't leaving.
Yeah, no, it's not. Just kind of like Lamine and the boyfriends, except it's canon
Oh.
now.
Except it's not a joke.
Yeah, except it's not a joke.
Not really.
I did almost put Mortar in the skirt though today.
Oh
I
boy.
almost did, but I didn't. Remember we had that conversation about could put Mortar in that pretty dress. Perfect disguise.
I mean, you had
You
your
looking for a
opportunity
male
there.
enough?
Putting
Looking
more
for a
than the
meal
dress
though?
is always on the table.
You had that opportunity to do so.
I
What do you mean?
did, and my brain said no. This
It's
is
gonna be
better.
Lamine, her boyfriends, and her one girlfriend, and that's not poverty.
And the girlfriend
And the girlfriend isn't poverty.
Dang.
thinking emoji.
In any case,
Yeah, I guess we could discuss that right now. Bastion, when we either find Lady Yuki, bring her back, or we don't find her and then we have to return. Where are we returning to?
Yeah, I mean, if the otherwise majority is to stay with Bastion, Lamine will go for that. She isn't too picky. She would still, I think, prefer the guts for various reasons, not least of which is the fact that she doesn't really like the Bastion at all. I don't even know if I have a good reason why, besides like what. I just feel like she would just
Besides Sir
dislike them
Mercedier,
I think she just disliked the entire organization on principle.
Yeah.
You may have some personal beef with them from prior to the campaign. I could, I mean. But
Yeah.
that aside, they kind of, a lot of people kind of see the Bastion Order as the necessary evil, because them being around is always a nuisance, but also them being around means other things aren't, and those other things are much worse. So that's kind of how they're sort of viewed typically.
Yeah, which is what Mortarin views them as at the moment. A necessary evil because the
Yeah.
guts is the worst place.
Yeah, can't live with them, can't live without them. That's probably the
How
best
does-
way to phrase the Bastion Knights. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Unless you're one of them. Then, you know.
Lemmy does not accept this.
I need to
That,
drink
make,
real
that,
quick.
that, I mean, if nothing else, that could definitely make sense why she might not like them. She doesn't think that that's a good enough reason for them to exist, I think. She doesn't have that kind of, like, thought process
Yeah.
on the world. Some may view them as necessarily evil. She just views them as useless, perhaps pointless,
Man,
not worth it.
bad news.
Yeah, just
Oh,
but also, yeah. So, she's okay with staying in Bastion. She doesn't really want to, but, you know. She's not gonna, like, throw any weight around about staying in the guts if more people would prefer to stay with Bastion.
damn it! I wish Kyron was here. He'd totally go for the guts, and it'll be like,
Yeah, if-
it'll be a standstill.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kyron would not trust the Knights. If
Yeah,
I,
he would not.
If I were
I
to
don't
make a
think Pop
guess.
would either.
Makes sense to me. I wouldn't trust him either, but if I had to trust between knights and getting fucking shanked in the guts for 2 gold,
Shanked on the guts and the guts.
yeah. I'd say your chances of getting shanked in the guts for carrying money is pretty high.
Yeah. I
Oh.
mean, we can leave money back at Tessa's.
but-
It would probably be a good idea to not go down there with
With
our entire horde.
yeah. Yeah, in fact, I don't think Morton's gonna even bring his staff. I think he's actually gonna leave it with Tessa.
The only other issue is that if we leave stuff at
He's gonna be
Tessa's, we
sleeping for
still
armor
end
here.
up having to come back up to Tessa's place, like, constantly if we need to make purchases or something.
I mean, we
We kind of already
bring
made our
it.
purchases, so.
I'm not
think
saying we
future
go down there
purchases-
broke. I'm just saying we don't go down there with like 2,000 gold apiece.
Yeah. Like
Alright.
100 gold tops, maybe.
And what's your decisions regarding
Yep,
the relics as well? Would you leave that in Vico and Tessa's care?
Oh, yeah, they're in their care. We're not bringing them
Whatever our
anywhere.
decision, we're not taking those with us.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That
Yeah.
is, I mean, either is a risk, but bringing those with us is just asking for attention to be drawn.
Yeah.
Especially if you were decided with the Bastion, like, no, we are not.
Yeah.
No.
So we're collecting these relics, shows the sword.
Oh.
No.
Man, it's like you want to spit in Caiaphas' face and call him an asshole.
Hey, Simon,
The man,
fuck you.
the man specifically said 2 things. 1, fuck Bastion. 2, don't tell anybody about the relic. Hi, Bastion guys. You want to see what we're
Look at
looking for?
Shaking his head over there.
God damn.
But
Cyphus gets a picture of one of us.
given our entire
he gets-
party,
He gets a
think-
selfie of one of us holding a sword with
Sir Mercenator.
Sir Mercenator or
Like,
Dominic.
yo,
It's like, hey, lay, look what we're doing.
check it out. Poor
Straight
Cypher would have a connection in
Straight
that.
but yeah, how our entire party would react, I think the guts would win by a slim margin. So I think there's enough people that do not trust. I think, well, actually, it's unanimous. Nobody here trusts the Bastion Knights. Nobody.
The issue here is not
It's
do
not.
we like them. It's we
Are-
like which do we prefer?
Are you guys willing to camp out with the knights who may or may not be, working with you, or do you take your chances out in the wilds with you know, the guts where you might get stabbed or attacked by, you know, the denizens
Lean
of the
would prefer
guts.
that. She doesn't have any problem slumming it out.
Yeah, and I do feel like both Kyron and Poverty would rather take their chances as well.
I don't
Yeah.
think actually Poverty would like the guts.
Well, she
No.
knows it.
She
That's
might not.
the
She might not
was
like it, but I think
traumatized
she
by it.
probably.
That's like
feel
saying,
like she-
"Oh, I was in a concentration camp. We can go back over there," and it's just like, "Bruh, I'm not going back there."
You know what? I can.
It's not that
Bruh.
bad down there.
Bruh.
Have you heard Poverty's backstory? It's really bad.
It is really bad. That's true. You know what? I think I can solve this really quickly.
I mean,
Hold on.
would she take that over the
The Bastion Knights, it's a hard choice.
like?
Yeah.
I'm not saying either is just best option. They're both not exactly good.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's
Either
just
way,
like,
we're kind of like, at least we split, at least,
yeah.
on half Bastion, half. We'd rather take our chances in the wild.
Man,
Give
fuck
me a
this
moment,
place.
because I think
We'll just
Shadow
leave
is
Rosnov.
on FF14
Yeah,
right
you
now.
could leave Brosnov. That is also an option.
Just to hell with this
Yes.
place.
You could also
This
try.
actually-
There's also the option of looking for more options, I guess.
Get our own place.
Yeah, but we don't have the-
ourselves.
And find a hideout that isn't necessarily the guts. That is also
Or
an
the
option.
Bastion.
Yeah, the guts or
You
the
could
bastion.
probably rent out an apartment somewhere.
Yeah.
Man, we have a lot of money if we pool our gold.
No, that's fair.
I can't even imagine it'd be.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't be so ready to throw yourselves into Compton. I feel like Mortarin over here is excited to go to Compton, and it's like, oh no.
I can already imagine he'll like wander in. He's like, ah, this is the guts. Walks by, 3 strangers just stab him immediately and take all of his stuff.
Wow,
Oh my
this is
God.
amazing.
No, Mordrin is against going to the going to the guts. So it's the opposite.
Ah, 3 knights walk by, stab Mordrin, and take his stuff immediately.
Yeah, that sounds far about right.
3 knights and 3 beggars walk by and stab Mortarin. 6 stab wounds.
You know what?
Stab
He'd
wounds.
say that's fair. As he dies.
I have. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I have a quote thing for this.
In any case, each whatever route you take, there's going to be hazards. That's you just guys have to figure out what hazards you're willing to deal with.
Yeah. We might just have to just basically have a draw and not take either, and we figure out.
Anyway, there was also the option to look for an apartment of our own, rent it out under a pseudonym.
Hmm?
Just dress Mortarin in a skirt and put it under a female's name. And
God
no one will know.
damn it!
Perfect.
I
You
fucking
see?
knew it was going there.
Told you it would come back around. You could find a new home and
that
hide
just
that under a different name.
You fucking would too.
I'm sure Mortarin can think of a good name with a pseudonym.
Honestly, I was actually thinking about it, and just literally his name ends with Rin, and I'm just like, that is a very cute, like, it's a really cute elf name, actually.
Stick it under Rin Renalis.
No, don't drag poor Rin into this. I hope Rin's doing well. She's been super busy.
I'm sure she is.
Anyways,
I mean, would probably be willing to help with anything, but honestly, at that point, she just wants to see what y'all come up with.
Yeah,
That may not be a bad idea, though. Like, honestly,
I am strongly in favor of not doing the knights nor the guts.
yeah, I
You know
would
what?
agree that a third option would be more ideal.
And I also
Yeah, I
want
think
to
it's third option.
strongly say I don't feel like the knights, even as scummy as art, would stab us in our sleep like the people in the guts would.
I guess now we have to figure out
Yeah, I'd hope
where do we buy
Yeah, you'd hope, but
where do we get an apartment? Where do we find it? In this short amount of time.
looks at. I was about to say, looks at
yes,
Tessa.
Kyron.
Kyron. Oh wait,
Oh,
what's up, Levine?
Sorry, it's the
Just-
PTSD setting in. Just what?
Says
Oh.
yes,
she's been
Kyron on impulse.
she's been conditioned to just be tired of Kyron's shit.
It's the way you say it too, but that's what she hears now. Just hey Tessa.
In any case, I'm
Here's
guessing
an
you guys
immediately
you
off.
ask her for some details on housing. Well, considering that she was looking into getting the rooms below her, she actually has quite a handful of information and detail that she can get you, and in fact, she can probably find you guys a place in a very short amount of time. With that, she basically says there's a few places that are just like they're doing. I don't know what's the best way to put them, but they're it's an apartment complex more or less that's like they're just trying to fill it up.
Sounds good to us, actually.
Yep. You just it's the way they do it this one, however, is a little different. It's an interview on arrival sort of sort of policy. You show up, you meet with the landlord, they show you the place and they get a gauge of whether you about you and whether they can, whether they feel like you'd be someone they would like to sell it to, and if you're happy with the place and they're happy with selling it to you, you buy it on the spot and you can move in immediately.
Oh,
Sounds
Oh, boy.
good.
Yep. And with your newfound disguises, maybe you guys can come up with something and well, get yourselves a nice little place.
Oh boy. Okay. Just feel the means gremlin starting to run on its wheel in her head.
I can hear the Lemmy going. She's on the wheel.
Unfortunately, Mortarin is both stupid and deaf.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's got his iPods in. No.
Mordorin, oh no, Mordorin's got his AirPods on.
Oh no, what is that? Is that My Chemical Romance playing? No!
He's not paying
Would.
attention.
He would. Especially with his current outfit, he would. That's like so on point.
Anyways, there is an apartment complex that's opened up recently that's over by Seaport.
Wow.
Yep. It's in the receivings of Seaport, meaning that it's not really oceanside, it's more central. So you're still closer to Grand Central than you are to the water. But still.
It is closer to both places. I believe it's technically closer to Hanging Gardens than the toolbox is to Hanging Gardens. Is that correct?
It's about equidistant. However, it is also closer than from Tessa's.
Okay. I mean, hey, third option sounding good, guys.
Yeah, that's sounding much better.
Yep. You just have to meet with the landlord and earn their trust and maybe grease their palms a little, and they'll be happy to accommodate you.
I slide him
One
some.
big dumb family moving to an apartment.
I slide him some lewds off of Twitter to grease his palms.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's going to
You know
be
what?
grease that he'll
We
be putting on
could.
his palms, but sure.
We
It kind of
could. We could definitely fucking be like, yeah, we're all family. Look, this is the mom and dad. This
Big-
is the son. This is the
big
crazy
dumb family.
uncle.
And this is our
And
daughter.
then we got my daughter.
Hell of a
None
family.
of us.
Daughter Mordorin? I'm just having fun.
No,
Me,
that was
the
more
crazy
than
uncle, and Arnold adopted children.
He
In
just
any
goes limp and
case,
collapses.
Not mind the fact that one of them is like 3 times as old as she is.
Tessa mentions if you guys want to move
4.
to this
4?
apartment,
Yeah,
she does give suggestions regarding what your secret life should be, which is to say you have a strong interest in working around the nearby places, which is either being a dock worker or being a part, working at the refinery, or looking into getting some ship work, being a sailor, or if you really want to be bold, you could claim to be a ship captain.
Is being a samurai too bold? Raise his hand.
Samurai don't tend to make a lot of money and tend to not leave very good impressions on a lot of landowners.
I see.
But you could claim that as well.
If nothing else, but I think I'll
Yeah.
look for something else.
It's just like I would raise my bar if I were you. It's not to
What's-
say
Just
it's
mumbling, just samurai's so cool though.
samurai are appreciated, but it's not like a real job.
Oh, all the
I mean,
samurais just like, hey.
I mean, if we were mean parents, we could be we're looking for these little these very nice jobs over at Seaport, and then we have their son the samurai. We're trying to talk him out of it, but so far he
Yeah.
seems to be dead set.
Yeah,
We wanna be mean parents.
Tessa's just like most samurai don't tend to have very nice housings or houses at all. Some of them tend to be vagabonds.
That's why he
a lot
lives
of
with
them
his
seem to be
parents.
like that.
Samurai
Those
work
are
is
great.
people don't go into working as a samurai because it makes money.
God, I just
Yeah.
imagine people be like, get a real job to a samurai. They're like,
There's a big reason why they
I
don't
think-
say that.
they get whacked.
Yeah, they'll get their ass beat. It's like
I'm
telling-
pretty positive when she could pull off the marine thing, though.
Yeah, she could.
I'm pretty positive she could pass as a marine.
God, what the fuck would Mortarin do?
Marine
Um,
biologist.
Hmm.
I'm here to defend the waves, and I'm here to study them.
And this is our daughter, Jolene.
Jesus.
Also, you
I hate
realize
this.
how terrible, how many innuendos I just thought of, being like, "Hey, this is my marine wife."
No,
I'm a marine wife.
Mordrin's the stay-at-home husband. Duh. I'm the working mom. Mordrin's the stay-at-home husband.
Yep.
You know what? I like that. It's either that or marine biologist. So.
Marine. That is. I mean,
Look, he's got a lot of biology to study. Okay.
that.
Oh
God
boy.
damn.
Got a lot of
Oh.
anatomy. Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, her inner gremlin approves of that. But if you can make it work, go for it.
Yeah, mom and dad fight a lot. I hear a lot of strange noises at night.
Oh boy.
Just kind of
Look,
need
if
'em.
they're the profession that Mortarin could pull off, a marine biologist would fucking work.
We're
This man knows a
professionals, I
lot
promise.
about.
Tessa, I promise, we know what we're doing.
Tessa's just like, please don't tell the landlord that you guys do that.
What about couriers? Couriers must be in demand in this place like Brosnov.
They are. Couriers make money.
I guess I could say I'm a courier. I
Yeah.
have the parts.
Josh would be a fantastic courier.
He would be.
He could definitely pass.
Runners
Wow,
are
you're-
always in good demand.
I can't
Couriers,
believe I can't
um,
believe Yasha's more useful than the deadbeat husband over here.
damn.
Oh no. Oh no. It's not that kind of sitcom already, is it?
Yeah. Couriers are actually kind of I mean, they're a dime a dozen, but they're always wanted.
has been.
They're
It makes
always
sense,
wanted.
given the location and the way they operate. Get
Yep.
some Mirror's Edge people running around.
Pretty much. Yeah. So
Got a letter
Tessa
for
says
you. Mirror
like
eyes only.
it's a pretty safe bet to have a courier as a career. Again, not a very not prominent, but it's better than being a samurai. And it's a safe bet is what it is.
Sounds good to me.
Would be. I mean, I assume we'd be getting like. Do you have any information on what exactly we're getting into though? Like, housing looks like.
Oh, what the
Or
place
is
looks
that
like?
something yeah, like would we be getting individual
Um,
The toilet in the
spaces?
corner,
Would we
that's all
just
you
get, like, find
it's-
a big
It's
big
a
space
communal
to get into?
shithole.
Because it would have to
No.
fit 5 of us.
Yeah, it's not gonna be it's gonna be a little bit cramped, but numbers aren't really a problem with Brosnov. People tend to kind of live kind of cramped. Cramped living is not uncommon. And places like in Seaport, that's kind of commonplace, having a lot of
It's the
people.
norm.
And judging by the dimensions of this place, this is kind of like a really tiny it's like a small little complex. Like this is maybe an apartment for maybe 2-3 people tops. But families of 4+ in like these kinds of places is nothing too
Oh,
out of the
no.
ordinary.
Lamine and Mordin will really have to sleep together.
Oh
Yep.
my god!
Oh
I was
no.
waiting for that.
Don't tell Mortarin that. Don't crush his spirit yet.
There's just no room.
It's like how do I put it? It's like those like tiny wooden Japanese apartments where they're like very like crunched together, and there's like maybe like 5 almost like little like motel sized rooms basically.
Well, if it was a Japanese apartment, they would have lofts too.
Yeah, they do.
That's where you would sleep. It's like this very like narrow. It's a narrow loft that you can barely like crawl on all fours,
Mhm.
but it's meant as a sleeping space. That's where you put the futon.
Yeah. It's
So that way
Like
your
the
bed is out of the way
wall.
the living room.
best way to put it. It's small, but not a bit of every bit of space is used to its full effect. So you
Makes
still
efficient use of
yeah.
space.
exactly. It's its space is efficiently used. So it might feel a little cramped, but it's like it'll accommodate. It'll work.
Can handle
And-
crap.
How much is rent?
The rent is actually pretty the rent is negotiable, but it's also pretty agreeable.
Only 80,000 gold.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. I don't want to go into
Nice.
that.
it's $250 a month.
Okay, doable.
That's very
Yeah.
reasonable.
Very
Negotiable
reasonable.
though.
Actually,
It can go lower, but considering you're a quote unquote family of 5, that might not be so.
It might go up a little for
They
quote
might
unquote maintenance costs.
they may upcharge you because there's 5 of you to 300, which Tessa says like that's actually pretty standard, where they'll actually upcharge you and work down to 250.
We'll just need to
I
get our
will
best.
leave all
best...
of that to Lamine. Also, I just realized, are we actually gonna go with the whole okay? Who got mom and dad?
I don't
got
think
three
that that's what we're actually going for.
Okay.
Y'all can decide what your
Good.
story is on who and what you guys are.
Like, why are we all staying together? Why is Lamine and Poverty the only?
Suck dick for bus fare and walked home.
Jesus. Okay.
But excuse my friend, he's crazy.
Probably for the best that we don't know what Karen would be saying to these people.
It's true.
It's for the best.
We're just being like, Kyron, you say one word.
This is
Karen,
like,
you must
alright.
wait outside.
Chicken.
All right, here's the plan. Lamine, you're the mom. Mordrin, you're the dad. Yasha, you're the kid. Kyron, shut up, and everybody just play along.
Karen, don't
No,
Whee!
you guys are free to sort out your guys' story, and then
Yeah.
make your way towards Seaport. So may want to consider that and making yourselves over. So I'm gonna give you guys the floor for now, and then when you guys have come to a decision, we'll proceed.
Let's hitting it with a pickaxe.
Oh,
God.
Another
But
thing
yeah,
that we
what
should,
do you guys?
not related to this, and more like a future thing, but if we do want to get more help from our night buddies, we will want to have a discussion about what exactly we are willing to tell them about what we've been up to.
We'll have to be very precise.
Don't want to go into that without a plan. We want to have a very precise idea of what we are willing to share.
yep.
Right now, we should focus on getting the room, though.
So relic
Yeah.
weapons.
Why
Nope.
why are we living together? Why do we do?
Yeah, why are we living together?
Honestly, the family would be the easiest thing.
Be a weird family, but
Yeah.
Honestly, the only weird part about it would be poverty, because she's obviously the adopted one. But considering
And
the
everyone
rest of
else
the
is
party,
Adopted families are not uncommon either.
yeah, like
I mean, it's
we're,
Brosnov.
we're a funky group. It's less the weirdness is less like the family thing and more like we just look.
Yeah.
We're just a weird group.
You know, by Brosnov standards, they may not be necessarily so weird anymore.
This
Yeah.
is true.
The only thing weird is the fact the father is some kind of grungy punker.
That will probably cause some eye turns. Maybe. Perhaps.
Maybe. It is Brosnov.
Who knows?
So
I
we
sure
have
as
a
hell
marine
don't.
biologist.
If
We
they're
have a
gonna
marine
oh my
biologist, a courier. What does that mean?
Marine.
A marine. La marine.
Oh
La
my-
Marine.
I did not even think about that. It's great though.
Marine Lamine and her boyfriends.
Could be a mariner, I suppose. She got the muscles for it.
Yeah, that's
Poverty could
That's what I
also
was
be
going for
a
it.
courier. Kyron is. We could leave him outside, I think.
Leave him outside in the car like a dog. Just like crack open the window. Alright, you'll be good. Be back soon.
Since the players are not present, I'm not gonna hold it to you guys to construe a story for them necessarily. But you can if you want to.
It's that meme picture where Kyron is he'll be sitting in the car and there'll be a little note on the inside going, "Don't break the window. It's air conditioned and he's listening to his favorite music."
We need that now.
And it's just Kyron sitting in the car.
but yee.
I think that's all good, honestly. Well, decent jobs.
Okay. What would I eat? Not sure what else I need to be able to figure out. Oh, we're gonna go for fake names though, I assume, yeah? That would probably be ideal.
God, now I gotta go find a fucking name. Where's the IKEA magazine?
Oh boy.
Let's call me Doug
Doug.
of the Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome? The Doug
Of the-
of the
Dimmadome?
Dimsdale
The Dimdome.
of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
God.
Oh no! Oh god, these names.
Oh no.
Holy shit. Alright. No, I can't. I can't even do this thing. Oh my god. This is terrible. Okay, desk accessories. This can't be terrible. Mop.
Call Mortar and Pazuzu because I'm gonna be asking if he's up yet.
Is Pazuzu up?
We just spawned him.
Oh my god.
What is Pazuzu
Discord,
up?
please. Give me a minute.
God, that meme is so ridiculous. I remember people would ask if Pazuzu's up while fighting Pazuzu. They're just like,
Okay,
but is Pazuzu up though?
Yeah, for whatever reason, I can't access Discord at the moment, but this name is fucking terrible, and I'm going to find something else.
I'll call Mortar and Brief Stroganoff.
No.
Good one. Solid. A+.
What about Dunkelskog? My favorite item in
That sounds like a
IKEA.
solid item.
It's-
Dunkelskog is my favorite solid item.
It's my favorite item in IKEA.
You know it'll stand by you for years to come.
I need to get one for Bun.
A Dunkelskog.
Yeah, a Dunkelskog. It's a giant stuffed teddy bear.
Oh my god, I have no idea what I want to name him. I'm so bad with names. I'm terrible.
Well, you could always do the names after you get your story. Unless-
Name him Chi.
Unless you were intent on doing the marine and marine biologist and courier thing.
Honestly, it's what we kind of came to, so I'm kind of attached to it.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
attached to it too.
Same.
Alright, I guess it's name time.
Just name yourself Chi.
What would I name myself? Chi. But Valerian's actually a very nice name. I don't know if it'll match Mortarin.
Let's name himself Rin.
Yeah.
The smartest person in this group just gonna take part of his own name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck it. We could use our old mercenary names too, but I think if fucking Jin or somebody else like that catches word of that, that's like immediate. Like I know who these fucking guys are.
That is also a possibility.
So
Be like, wait a
The
minute, I know these fuckers' names. They live here.
The person interviewing us is Jin.
Yep, it's Jin.
God.
Well, like we're just fucked then. So
Jin's
He's like,
side
"Alright, if you want the room, you gotta fight me for it.
Jin's side job is real estate agency. It's a very competitive agency.
Then again, I
Cutthroat
can see Jin like doing a double take, being like, okay, so that's not Yasha. That could be Lamine. Why the fuck is Mortarin wearing this? I can't
Mortarin-
see it. No, it can't be them.
More is that you wearing? Are you that guy that we fought earlier on the road? Why are you wearing that jacket?
What are you doing?
What are you guys doing?
Get some help. What's wrong with you? Get some help.
I will be back. Discord is all kinds of fucked right now.
All right. Well, sounds like you guys got yourselves your professions. You got your names too, yeah?
I'm still thinking about that.
Very well. I shall wait.
Call me Chernobyl Project because I'm about to detonate.
Oh.
Also, kind of thinking about
Oh.
Whoa.
how to even ask.
All right, it is no longer fucked.
Welcome back.
Oh. Whatever those fucking noises are.
It's Viera noises.
It
Oh.
is definitely not Viera noises.
No,
They are
That
They're
rabbit is a
fact.
beast.
it is the new Viera noises, boss.
No,
There's-
no, it's not. It goes yeah.
Those are also Viera noises. Yeah.
Demi ain't got enough flab on him to make those strange noises.
That's just Demi every time Sayab fucking comes and asks him for training and then like beats the shit out of him for practice. And then he just goes, oh, because he's just absolutely just in shambles.
Latin.
Are you?
The poor man gets his ass kicked while he's trying to train a new Dark Knight. And then he's just like, oh.
Oh.
Anyways, memes aside. Y'all got your names, or y'all better get your names, so that we may advance.
Yeah, I have my name.
Rin.
Rin.
Rin
It is very
Renalis.
cute for him.
I don't know. Give me a fucking Greek name, fam. Hold on.
Hades.
Just call me Hades. I don't know. That's not fun to know.
Imagine if you just like, he's just like, oh, can I get you guys' name? And then Yasha start like, you know, he puts up like this whole like, you know, this whole act just to throw people off, and he's like, call me Hades. And like the landlord's like, okay, what's your profession? I'm a samurai.
He would be part of that fucking group of edgy samurai that's out there in Brosnov somewhere, I'm sure.
Yep.
God.
Dude's gonna be like, just so you know, I'm part of a really cool crew, Hades. You should work with us.
Oh god.
We do some night
Oh,
patrolling
God.
as a crew.
Yeah, we beat the baddies up.
Yeah, he like shows off his little katana that he's hiding under his like robes.
God.
And he's
His
like,
business
alright.
suit, 'cause he's
Yeah,
real
under his-
state, so God.
Yep.
It's hurting, boss.
It's a business suit with a katana.
You know, by day I'm a real estate agent, but by night, I'm one of the dark blades.
I am one of the dark blades that seeks justice for all.
Oh god, what is Yasha getting himself into this time?
Oh
He would
look,
go with it,
another
too.
Yasha story.
He would go with them too. He's like, oh neat. He doesn't know the meaning of edge. He doesn't cringe. He'll go with them.
He does not have a cringe side.
I am sorry in advance of when the lady looks at me and goes, what do you do? And I say I'm a marine biologist, and the inevitable questions of why are you wearing this as a marine biologist? I have an answer, and I'm sorry in advance for when that eventually happens.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Well, that'll be
Just call him
exciting.
Just call him Hippolodeus. It's fine.
Oh, boss, no. Oh God.
How about?
Just call yourself Yen. Make it even just completely just confusing for
Please
everyone
do
involved
not.
here.
Yeah, his name is Yen, but it's actually Yasha.
Yen.
Oh my god.
Is it
It's
going? Are you
Yen, but
actually going
spelled
with Yen?
Y-A-H.
Absolutely not. I was gonna go for the joke. Be like, yeah, so his name is Yen, but his real name is Yasha. But you know,
Jesus.
sometimes his name is like something else. It's just like all the characters I've played before.
Oh God, I forgot your screaming kitsune.
Shiro, the Screaming Kitsune.
Chiro. Yeah, Chiro.
You know what? I'll just settle for Palmes. I think that's how you pronounce it in Greek.
All right. And then all that leaves up to is Marine Lamine.
Marine Lamine. Oh, it's pronounced Palmus. Okay,
Palamus.
Palmus.
What a pal. MS.
MSQ.
MSQ. Oh.
Now to keep this kind of like suit this almost alliteration going on, I'll go with Melanie.
Melanie.
Oh, that's
Me.
pretty name.
Alrighty. Keep in mind of them
Melanie.
names.
I wrote it down.
Alright.
Does not remember anything. Forgets immediately.
Well, you kind of got your stories figured out, yeah? Or did you need some more time? And come up with some thoughts and ideas?
I'm not ready, but yeah. I'm not mentally prepared.
I
for
just
this.
realized I could respell Melanie into
Lamine?
not quite the same spelling, but I could spell it into something that would be pronounced as Lamine.
You could.
Oh, sure.
It's almost an anagram.
It is.
The S is silent.
I mean, that's kind of like,
Sound like
Replace-
me?
yeah. So say like it's almost correct.
God, can you imagine you introduce yourself like that? It's like, yeah, my name's Melanie. The Melanie. The S is silent.
Melanie.
The landlord just confused, crunching numbers.
Just like, bruh.
I mean,
Bruh.
I could do it. Could do it.
Landlord
Just replace
looks
the I
confused.
with the
It's
S, and I
like,
could do it.
bruh, I am legit
Melanie.
harboring fugitives in my land, in my apartment. Yeah. Well,
You know, Melanie the wander. I was gonna say wandering, but maybe not the stat good, but you know, not attached to a single ship. Just powers up
Ah.
as she wins. Then I don't need to really know ships that much.
you know a
I
thing or
just
two
feel
about
like
ships, and you've been on some.
You do
In
know
fact, there's
something.
one sailing right now.
Mordrin is reading about as much fish as he possibly can at the moment.
I need a book about fish.
I need a book about fish immediately.
Gives him a picture book.
This will at least give me a reference of fish, so thank you.
One fish,
This
two
is start.
fish, red fish,
Red
blue
fish,
fish.
blue fish.
Hey, look, I found out how a fish looks like, guys.
Congratulations.
Is this a fish? Points to a points to a dolphin.
Is this a fish? Holds up a Namazu.
Is this a fish? Holds up a cat.
Gucci, are you a fish?
And that's when the Namazu goes crazy. He's just like, oh, oh!
Woo!
God, that thing
All
kills
right,
me
let's
every
go.
time.
Let's go get this. Oh my god, let's go get this down.
Get this bread, gang.
Get this bread.
Get
Let's
this
get
bread.
this apartment.
All right.
I don't know why. I feel like I need to get Mordering glasses. But I feel like that would ruin. Would it ruin or accentuate his look at the
It
moment?
wouldn't ruin. As long as you got the correct kind of glasses, it wouldn't ruin it.
Get some big square frames. Very dorky looking.
God no.
I mean,
It's the thick rims.
Extra thick rims. Dude
Which
looks like
depends
Harry
on the
Potter.
exact-
Harry Potter.
I'm gonna be really quickly, actually.
Okay.
Oh, are
Do you guys otherwise have your stories set?
Oh, okay.
Boy, I hope so. I'll just ad lib as we need to, I guess.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna make this lady probably forget that I'm a marine biologist real quick.
I'm very serious about making gold once I sucked dick for Bustafair and walked home.
Oh my
Just to
god.
keep the extra gold.
Alright, let's do it, boss. Let's do it.
You make your way towards Seaport. Let me just bring up the image real quick. But yeah, you collectively make your way towards Seaport, and Tessa has given you kind of a nice little directions and an address. The apartment complex sits overlooking one of the canals that go in and out of the district. We're on the back of it, and pretty much as described, it's certainly not a nice looking place or neighborhood, but it's also
It's not the guts.
and it ain't the guts, but
Guts.
it's in a nice little tiny tucked away street that's kind of almost easy to miss, in fact, which kind of makes it convenient for you guys.
Yeah, it does.
Because it's sort of out of the main roads. There you are greeted by a dwarf.
Oh,
Yep.
Morden immediately goes, fuck.
we blast him. No, out.
Yep.
Ah, dwarf, huh?
Yep.
That
There's a
might
little-
even go better.
There's a little office like at the front of the building, and yeah, there's a little dwarf in a I wouldn't really say a suit, but I guess a suit for lack of a better term or phrase word. Yeah.
A suit of sorts.
He's wearing a nice little suit. He's wearing a pretty somewhat formal like salesman-ish attire. And yeah, he says, welcome. Are you here to look at the new new residence?"
We are.
Ah, excellent. Let me get my papers then. We can get started right away.
All the bad conversation options.
First
How
bad
do I- how do-
conversation.
how-
How's a
How do I
dwarf like
offend this
you?
dwarf?
How's a short dwarf like you afford such a tall
okay.
building?
Christ.
Jesus. Be like, I bet your mother paid for that mountain. Stupid.
Bruh.
Excuse me?
We came back and we're practicing our renegade options.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
They met the realtor
Thinking.
who's a dwarf, and they're picking all the insult options on them.
Or the renegade option. The Mass Effect renegade options. Just every time they come up, just immediately click.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think of the building? I think it's a little tall, don't you? Throws over the balcony.
Dragon Age 2, all of these sarcasm options.
God.
You could be a dick.
Yep. It's the Shepherd is an asshole compilation all over again.
Man, I can't even. Some of those are just so dickish. It's like after a while, it's like I can't even do it anymore. It's like God.
The ME2
Like,
ones
they're-
were pretty great though. I like the option
Yeah.
where you could shove the black was it Black Sun? I don't remember. The Sun
Lexington
Thugs.
dude out the window. Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, some
Hey,
of
yo,
them are
fuck
good,
this
but
guy.
some are just straight up mean, and it's like, why?
It's like
Why
I've
are
got
you
nothing.
so fucking mean?
I've got nothing more to say to you. How about goodbye? Shoves.
That's pretty good. Shouldn't even be a renegade option. That's a good option.
Idea? Oh boy, here we go.
I don't know. I found a lot of the renegade options being very practical and helpful.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, but some of them are just dickish, like fucking punching the news lady. It's just like, bruh.
I think it's
There's
just
literally
it's just a thing to be consistent because the first Mass Effect you could knock out the
Punch her, yeah.
lady. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
still,
to keep up
that's
with
still,
appearances, you punch her out again, and then I think in the third one she
The third
knocks
one-
your ass on the ground
yeah.
because she's just like, you ain't punching me again, and
I'm
then she
punching you
fucking
first.
yeah, and she fucking catches you with a right hook.
Good shit.
In any case, you didn't miss much. The party made it to the place. It's kind of it's a building that's a bit tucked away in a side street that's really narrow, and it overlooks one of the canals that go through the district. So you got a back window view of the canals and some of the boats. Well, I say boats. It's more like personal craft vendors and shit kind of and skiffing and little skiffs kind of pushing themselves along. So yeah, that's more or less what you guys kind of have set up. So yeah, the dwarf greets you and he's just like, you guys have come to check out the new building. Let's go ahead and get started. And
Remember, Kyron, shut up.
Kyron sits in the car, static, listening to his favorite song on Radio
Music.
Disney.
But with the AC on.
Yep, with the AC on at a comfortable level. But yeah, homeboy's staying in the back with poverty.
Yeah.
Since players are not present.
Oh, actually, a big thing because I don't know if it was. Is that are we going with both we're just like adopted family group and our jobs, or are we just going with like we're just kind of friends hanging out, sharing the space for like cost purposes? On the cost, 'Cause I know that our professions were decided on, but I don't recall if we.
Like, why are we all bunking together?
Yeah,
Good
y'all a
question.
family, y'all coworkers.
Are we all are we all friends, or I mean, honestly, it's kind of the same thing.
True. Either way we go, it's not a lie.
Yeah.
Are we a fucked up family? Yes. Are we fucked up friends? Yes.
I mean,
Either way,
like, I think it would be okay to go in the like found family kind of direction. Like, we're not really like family, but we act like a family.
Yeah.
all right.
it's appropriate.
It is.
It's probably a bit more accurate than just saying friends.
Alright. Is that the only thing you guys needed to settle?
Yeah, I just wanted to just make sure about that.
Alright, cool. Alright. Well, he leads you up the stairs and into one of the rooms, and pretty much more or less as Tessa has described, and as Yasha kind of mentioned, it's a very cramped space, or I wouldn't say cramped, but it's a very narrow space. Not a lot of room to work with, but it's definitely very effectively used. There is in fact a small loft. You were right on that one, Yasha. There's a small loft, but there are a couple like little extra side rooms as well. So there's kind of not too different from how Tessa's place has it, where there's it's like a living room with a kitchen kind of just being a area that's just tiled off, but there's no it's not a separate room. It's like part of the living room. There's just tiles, like where the kitchen starts and where the living room ends. But it is even smaller. It's like rather than like a corner.
Kitchenette.
Yeah, it's a kitchenette. Yeah, it's like practically there's like an island and there's a sink, and the island has like like a stove, and then there's a small little like side table for prep. So yeah, very small. The dining room is also the living room, so there's that. And then there's a hall, that kind of very narrow hall that leads to the back, and there's there's 2 rooms in the back and a bathroom.
Nice. Okay,
Not a lot of space.
that's fine.
And he does mention, he's just like, I see you're coming in with a pretty good, pretty sizable group of folks. I hope you understand that this isn't entirely place isn't entirely meant for larger groups of I'm sorry. Are you fine folks family, or you guys
Yeah.
bunch of
Family's appropriate enough.
Alrighty. Sounds good. He kind of leads you around. So there's no real like master bedroom. It's just like each of them are pretty much equal in size, each of the 2 rooms, and then there's the loft, obviously. And the staircase is like super narrow to get to it.
Yeah, we can figure out sleeping arrangements later.
Alrighty. Now, there's a few things I should also bring up and mention with you fine folks, and I suppose we should start with the questions now. Now, given the location, the price will be negotiable for the time. However, I do want to know about your professions and regarding the type of work you'll be doing.
Any particular place you'd like to start, or?
Well, that's for you to answer to me. So, you guys are currently employed? Are you under any employment, or are you seeking employment? I'd be more than happy to work with most financial situations, but I do need to at least know what the situation with your family is.
I'm gonna join the Yakuza.
Yo, my
Get
name's
out.
Yasha. I'm part of the Yakuza. I could afford this whole block.
Yikes.
Takes out a cigar as he kicks over the canister. Now
Yep.
listen here, you old scrungy bastard.
I
I could buy out your whole business if I wanted to.
I want this building and this building only. And if you don't give me what I want, we're gonna have a problem, you say as you stuff your stogie in his eye.
God.
God.
I suppose
Got
I'll
the
just
dragon
start.
of Dojim on my side.
Alright, calm down there, Kiryu. So yeah, what's your financial what is your financials looking like? How are we doing in terms of money? What kind of work are you guys doing?
I'm a Marine.
Marine, eh? Here I'm gonna need you to make some bluff checks, because obviously you guys are lying about your
Deception.
jobs. Deception, bluffs. It don't matter what you call them. Make them.
Do I have anything that can help with this? I don't think so.
I technically do have something that can help, but it's going to end real badly if I used it.
Yeah, I got help. Thankfully, I kind of have.
Youth check.
God, Mordrin is terrible at lying.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I almost want Mordrin to be like,
Whoa!
Oops.
oops.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna
16.
leave it up to chance. There we go. That's the roll I expected. It's his look, man. It just doesn't look
It's
right.
probably his look.
Yeah.
Looks
I'm a
at
Marine
looks
biologist,
at
look.
But you're a
looks
marine
at Lamine.
biologist?
Looks at Lamine. I'm a Marine. Okay. Looks at Mordrin. I'm a marine biologist. Pauses.
Ah.
You sure about that?
Oh,
He is sure about that.
Are
You're
you
gonna have to.
currently
you're gonna
employed?
have
He kind of pauses. He's asking like, are you currently employed?
Yeah.
Are you in between
Do
jobs?
I want to? Do I want?
Cause
Actually,
you don't look like you work as a biologist.
I was waiting for this.
said,
He's just gonna
deception
look
check?
at Lamine, and since he's not very good at telling lies, he's just gonna straight up tell the truth. Says, I just let her pick my clothes for me.
Oh boy.
It's one of those.
Yep. She
Oh,
just picked my clothes for me.
make a charisma check.
I'm gonna get a shit roll.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hey, it's the same roll. Mordred is
Jesus.
not lying at least. No matter what kind of charisma roll, it would have been the same. It's great. So far, everything's great.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's trying not to die of laughter at the moment.
Just try not to die.
And yeah, sure enough, also for you, Yasha, he kind of looks over like, so are you looking for work right now? 'Cause don't seem like you're looking like you're a very active courier at the moment.
Please throw me a bone.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Look at all these hobos.
Yasha, if you'd like, you can try and explain something or oh shit.
Yeah, but Yasha's not good. For Yasha.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Going as great as I thought it would.
Yep. Right.
Yasha got nothing?
He rolled a 1.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh boy, wonderful.
So the dwarf kind of looks to you, Lamine, and he's just like, so, a marine, and
But these guys are.
I guess you dressed your own marine biologist's partner, I
Fine.
guess.
Come on, Gremlin.
Yes? More like, where's this going? Is that a problem?
No, it's just a little odd. So you guys are all, I mean, you seem to be at least actively working, yes?
Please say yes for our sakes.
Because as far as the dwarf kind of gets the impression, he sees a marine and two jobless bums looking weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Lamine?
Some thoughts about things, but
Oh.
I'm eating a cookie.
Alright. Give you a second then.
So is this guy looking for like some reassurance or something then?
He's turning to you being all like, okay, so I have at least
one of you guys.
one of you
employed,
guys
right?
is employed, from what I'm gathering. That's kind of his impression. He doesn't think Mordorin or Yasha are working. He doesn't believe they are
That's fair.
actively employed.
That's fair.
Okay.
He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't believe your jobs. Maybe more so on Mordorin's side. He can believe Mordorin being a courier, but he probably thinks that
I
Mordorin
mean,
isn't.
Yasha.
Or Yasha, yeah. He believes Yasha being a courier, but probably not actively working for anyone right now.
Yeah. And Mordorin is just a big question mark for him at the moment. Probably like,
Yeah.
fucking elves!
What is
Fucking
going on
elves!
with this dude?
Mordorin's just him. Mordorin is just like, what the fuck is this dude? What the fuck are these weirdos doing? That's one hell of an explanation to somebody who you're trying to buy a room from.
He
I'm
can't
just trying to like,
lie. He tried.
just trying to gauge the situation, I guess. Like, is he what exact like? I forgot how to phrase it. Is he just like looking for like reassurance that we can actually pay, or
Pretty
doesn't want
much. He's trying to get a judge. Right now, what he's doing is he's interviewing you to get a judge of character, and as well to get an understanding of. He's not going to sell this place to a bunch of broke bums who are just gonna live there, wreck up the place, and then leave at the end of the month.
That is fair.
Yeah, that's why he's interviewing you. He's not doing this to judge you guys. He's doing this because he doesn't want to sell his place to like somebody who's gonna fuck up his place and then leave without paying.
Let's be fair. The dwarf is already judging Mordorin pretty hard at this point.
Yeah. His current impression of you guys is we have one marine who's actively employed and one courier who seems to be seeking employment and a dwarf who is a dwarf or not a dwarf and an elf who I guess is maybe employed and is probably in some sort of very interesting bedroom life. Given the kind of explanation he was given about his attire.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, he's not very It doesn't leave him with a lot of confidence. I'll give you that.
I'm sorry. I got what I wanted.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of like.
He's just kind of like.
My party and then back to him. I suppose I can understand your reservations. Do you like proof that we are actually able to pay what you want?
I'm not so worried about the money up front. It really comes down to can you consistently pay it. I mean, it's good to make sure that you're able to pay for the place, but I also want to make sure that everyone who's living here, it's a gets a well accommodated, peaceful place to stay at with as little trouble as possible as well. So my apologies if I come off as a bit reserved and judgmental on this.
No, it's as I said, it's fair. You are trying to serve a business.
Yeah.
Just not sure how I can. There's something we can do to help assure you that we're not just going to the mess.
Well, let's just continue along with our interview, shall we? We'll see what we can debate on this. And with that, he does go into some details about where he's gonna continue on with his interview, and so he asks, all right, well, I guess the next thing is what is your work experience? You know, given your marine biologist, courier, and marine, are you guys like how much work how much work do you guys think you can be doing for the district? the district has a particular policy regarding the work and experience, and they're looking for more. Well, I should say more experienced people in the field. We're not against having fresh new workers coming in, but this particular district kind of has a stronger emphasis on the some more practiced. We need you to be at least, 22 years old with 10 years of experience. I'm joking, but
Yeah. Yeah, I got experience.
Lamina was what?
Yeah.
I
Tell
just wanna
tell
be
me
able to
about
flip it,
your
like, do I-
tell me a little bit
do I
about your
look
field
like
of
that I
profession.
can't do my job?
Oh, I don't. It's not that I don't believe it. It's just what.
He's
Tell
like
me
a
a bit
definition.
about your experience and your work and yeah. Tell me about your experiences and work.
Fucking please let me tell about my quote unquote experience without making a deception check.
It's going to have to be a
I'll have to
deception
see.
check.
I will start giving fucking fish knowledge if I have to.
Do it. If you can cite some accurate fish knowledge, you'll get an advantage, Mordrin.
Fish have bones.
And I don't mean the obvious ones.
Let's
I demand some intricate knowledge that only a marine biologist could tell me.
Oh fuck! I would have remembered some of this fish knowledge because I actually took a zoology class.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. God. Do you really want to know? You know what? Okay, fine.
I will take a fun fish fact.
Okay, it's not really fun, but did you know that sharks technically have plenty of eggs inside of them, but the strongest one eats all of them. That's why there's only like one upper two.
I
At least
see.
for the ones that do live bearing.
Oh! Cookie. Exploded.
Oh. I see. Mordrin, you have advantage on your deception.
God. Hey, it's an 18. The fish fact worked.
Alrighty. You're able to explain that you do have a bit of experience, and you kind of come up with some interesting research that you've contributed to the toolbox, which they may or may not be working with. But you have made money off of that intellectual property, so.
Yay.
All right, Yasha, what can you tell me, courier-wise?
I have spent the past few days doing nothing but odd jobs and jumping around the city,
I see.
which is not a falsehood.
Actually, not even few days, just a few past weeks. Probably have just been running around doing odd jobs for people.
Well, you definitely pass for the physique of a courier type. Any particular delivery areas you've done or frequented before coming to Seaport?
Definitely was in the was it the Merchants Circle or whatever?
Hanging Gardens?
No, the one before with the lens.
Oh, the merry-go-round.
Yeah,
that's over in
legitimately a courier run.
Yeah, you definitely can contribute with that. Go ahead and make with advantage your deception.
Watch me roll 2 1s.
No.
I'll roll snake eyes on a d20.
Roll with
Also-
extra advantage. You'll roll 3
13.
d20. Okay, you'll take it.
It's 3 snake eyes.
No.
Oh, you know,
Advantage rolls
I
2 on-
always wondered
rolls
why
Another one.
why
God.
is it when like a shark like has like an actual egg and it just like comes out? Why is it called a mermaid's purse? Why do they call it that?
It's a mermaid purse.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
People.
Look, man, scientists give weird names to things.
No, that's
I'm
true.
just scientists, people in general.
Any case, yeah. Alright, Lamine. Or should I say
Melanie.
Melanie?
I have somewhere around 20 years of experience on and around boats.
You know a thing or two about some boats? What sorts of experiences can you explain to me? What do you know about boats?
What don't you know about boats?
Yeah.
Oh
You're
my
welcome
God.
to
I mean,
provide
like,
any player knowledge or come up with some sort of story on this.
I yanked this off a boat, holding up the cannon.
Oh God, it's true. We still have that.
Yeah. What can you tell me about your life on the as a marine? Well, I used to carry this thing and blast venting pirates.
was that
Whoa,
cannon?
oh shit!
Whoa.
Whoa, what is he's a dwarf. He's not a rabbit.
he just becomes
Whoa,
yeah, he just gets all flop
Short.
like that.
whoa,
Whoa.
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 God.
In any case, yeah. What's your story?
I'm trying to think. Which is partly not quite certain what she might have seen up north. I guess.
Yeah.
Lamine would know what she's seen up north, but I'm not sure what she would have seen.
Did you want to describe maybe some of your personal things out there?
Yeah. It's probably what she
Make
or-
a wisdom check. We'll do that. Okay. I'll give you a plethora of knowledge then that you can recall as marine experience. Well, north of Brosnov, you know that there is an area that's kind of just a collection of fishing villages and small towns that are um they're kind of like trade towns that sort of like they pretty much live off of Brosnov's like economy.
Ashnaf.
Yeah. They're like the outer Brosnov towns. They're mostly, like I said, a lot of small fishing villages and a lot of trading towns. They're not as big or as industrious as Brosnov proper. And you know that there's a lot of well, maybe not a lot, but there can be every now and again there's pirate raids that come out there. Vinton Sea Raiders will come out there every now and again. And of course, the Bastion Knights tend to harass these towns every now and again because further
they have
up.
the giant fortress up there.
Yep, there is also the giant fortress city, which is a Bastion holdout, and those guys are a very marine-based. I mean, it's a massive port city. The place is just a big old iron box with ships coming in and out of the place. And they always like anytime there's any trouble that like happens along those northern coasts, they're usually the first ones in the area to like respond to it. If it's not Brosnov's navy, it's Bastion. And
Ashnaf.
you may or may not have seen firsthand witnesses of some sea skirmishes not far from the coast between Brosnov ships or even Bastion ships or perhaps even pirates. But
Everything she did up there was like hard labor or guard work.
yeah.
She just like using her brawn in whatever way she could.
So there's a fair chance you've probably been on a fishing boat or on a little trade boat, and you've maybe not come close to, but you've passed near a small fleet just mobilizing to or maybe calling it a fleet would be like an overstatement. More like just a strike force, like a few ships just coming out to go and fight some other ships because they're there, so they have to be there too.
Skirmish.
Yeah.
Like a little skirmish between some vessels.
Yeah. And maybe you've been on a ship that was harassed by pirates or even flagged by some of the other faction ships.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Yeah. So
Probably not too often, but was, yeah, but
yeah, whether you've
just-
been in an active like battle or even skirmish, I couldn't say here, but maybe outside of game we could discuss that. But as far as you know, you kind of have some experiences. Maybe not necessarily like first-hand battle experience, but
Yeah.
you know your way around a ship.
I'll definitely just go for whatever is the most exciting personal experience that she has then. What exciting. Most dramatic,
Alrighty.
yes.
You have advantage on your deception because it's still technically deception.
Ding.
All right. Yeah. The
Two of us may be hobos, but we know we know what we're doing.
well, he kind of looks at you guys and he's just like, well, you definitely look like you've seen quite a bit of work. So, once again, he feels a lot more confident in you, Lamine, in terms of bringing home the bacon.
I do.
That's good, cause that is the. I'm glad that Dice is agreeing with our characters at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Morden, we should have just gone with the stay-at-home dad.
he
should've.
he does look at you and he's just like, well, hopefully it seems like you know quite a bit of knowledge and research and you know, I'm sure you'll be able to find some work
If
up and
not,
around
I have
the ports.
I have mommy to do it.
Oh my god.
He would never say that. He would
Yeah,
never say that.
I don't think that
Oh.
word is in his vocabulary.
Literally,
right
that rabbit right now just. Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
That dwarf has heard way more than he probably wanted to hear.
He-
Yeah.
He's just like, you know what? Get out.
Even
Take your.
worse, he licks his lips deliciously and he's like, get in.
No.
It's even worse.
Would be
All right,
worse.
I'll cut you a discount.
Oh my god.
But anyways,
Slave.
yeah. All right. So the next phase of questions.
Oh no, there's more.
There's more.
Well,
If only
this
we don't
one,
hear about
this
something
one
slipping up.
is this one's the final phase of questions. Now for this is gonna be, I'll just kind of bring it up as DM to player so that you guys do know this as characters. But this is essentially do you have any questions or any comments you'd like to say about the place, or, you know, any questions you might have regarding this? This is basically an open invitation to basically chat up the guy and maybe put him in some good graces.
As Mordorin has learned in life, shut the fuck up. Let the person with actual charisma speak.
So, yeah.
God. Small talk, basically. That's definitely my personal strong suit. Hmm. Well, nothing else I can say that Lamine would genuinely find it pretty cozy. In a
Yeah.
good way.
Make some charisma checks if you intend to
I
say
definitely
some
want
stuff.
to be using my persuasiveness as much as I can.
Okay.
Especially since I have a channel divinity that gives me a bonus to that.
Do it.
Do it. I'm so tempted to ask him a
Oh.
question, but Morden, shut up.
You are welcome to asking him questions if you'd like.
I'm more along the lines want to play up the getting to know the area better. Besides, you know, going and looking for himself. But Morden, shut up.
I guess definitely just I just trying to like smooth him up a bit, I guess. Just saying how nice that looks, which seems to be pretty genuine so far, actually. 21.
Ooh. Oh, he seems to have taken a liking to your comments.
I am putting on the charm.
You
Yeah,
have
and
put
I'm
on the
not gonna ruin
charm.
it. I had my fun, and now I shut up.
All right. Well,
Very nice, very cozy. I like it. It's exactly what we're looking for, honestly. It's
Yeah.
just things like that, saying how how good it is for us and everything. Like, really putting on like, yeah, we're definitely wanting to pay for this.
all right. Seems like we can make this make an agreeable. I think we can hold an agreeable decision then. All right. I think you folks are a bit of a weird lot, but I'm willing to take a chance for this place for you guys. If you're willing to put in the effort for the work, of course. Now there's a few things we'll have to discuss, which of course is the matter of payments. Now for a
Amente.
room like this, it's normally meant for an accommodation of a small group of 1 to 3 people at most. However, in your case, that might be a bit difficult with your number, and so for that, there might be a little bit of an extra charge for that. So,
Oh.
but we can discuss more on that matter. How does 355 a month sound? This is 355 gold, by the way.
Shit, I actually don't know about.
Tis the haggling.
Yeah.
So you may
God.
make a
Haggling.
you may make a diplomacy to try and talk him down.
I guess it's
I-
just straight charisma.
I still have my thing going. I mean, I'll definitely believe in that. David.
Yeah. Now haggling is of course, standard for this sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
he's posting for 355.
What was the price that Tessa had said? 300?
250.
250?
Yeah, but he might upcharge just because there's more of you guys.
I mean,
Which of
that's
course
how
he
haggling
is.
goes, though.
Yeah, he is. He's
Haggling
upcharging
is
by
always
355.
low ball and then just kind of meet somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
I wouldn't pay 180 gold.
Oh.
Well, that's kind of how haggling works. You have to throw a fucking low number.
Dude,
I wouldn't pay more than
Where's-
50 for this shithole.
this is the part where you start
Picks the
watching-
Paragon, takes the Renegade option yet again.
starts.
You'd be lucky to get 55 gold for this place.
Man, I'm not paying more than 250 for this. Starts to walk away.
All right. Oh, how much did you say you were posting for?
Let's go with 230.
230, huh?
We'll low ball to 230 first, and then go from there.
That's quite the low ball. Roll the diplomacy.
19.
19. 320.
Way better. 45.
455 sold. Still
Wait,
got it.
you said 245?
5.
Roll diplomacy. 15.
15.
What did it say? 320?
It was
305.
260.
260.
260.
Roll diplomacy.
18.
280.
You know what, on it, might actually go for that, because my next probably would have been like 275, but like 5 gold, it's like,
Yeah, could do 10 gold off for 270.
yeah, but like,
You know that inner haggling is.
I mean,
You want.
there's some like internal things going on for me too. So I think Lamine would accept 280.
280. All right.
He's fine.
Sounds like a deal. I'll drop the documents for you, and I'll have you sign it off, and we can get you guys started.
Thank you.
And with that, congratulations. You're 280 gold broker, but now you are 1 apartment richer.
Yeah.
Economy.
Economy.
Man, to hell with your economy.
Oh.
Well, how would you like us to split it, guys?
280 can be divided by 5. Actually,
Can it?
there's not 5 of us.
If
There
only.
is 6 of us. There is among us.
How about
Sus.
Lamine takes 100, you two take
Suzuki.
90 each.
Okay.
Okay, I will accept only because I bought that cannon for you.
Oh.
Like this.
Whoa.
Step back to the can.
So 90. Let's see. Alright. We did it, guys. We got our own place.
Congrats.
Oh, look at us.
I know, look at us. So proud of us.
A lovely dysfunctional family.
It really is.
The
This
best.
is getting more and more surreal, honestly.
Welcome to
Like-
Brosmouth. Shit's whack.
Yeah.
Really is.
Whack.
Whack. Anyways, yeah, you have your own new hiding spot.
Hooray!
Cool.
Well, how much time do we have left?
It's just a few hours left before nightfall.
Oh god.
How long
Yeah.
have we been up?
You've been up for a while,
Text
but
box.
you're not tired.
Okay.
Not tired yet.
It might honestly be easier to find Lady Yuki when it's nighttime, to be honest.
Perhaps.
I am not in disagreement with that. However, well, I mean, it's not like the not like the Tetsuguard are gonna be all out and about crawling everywhere immediately as night falls.
Yep.
They just start pouring out
Lights.
of the buildings like fucking toy soldiers.
Yep. Lights go down, and they're just like fucking flooding the place like water with Tetsuguard.
Deploy the Tetsu guard. They just flood the streets like water.
Yep. Samurai are just tumbling out into the streets.
Boy.
There's samurai coming out of samurai.
Yep. Every opening, every window, every door, every manhole, every lamp light has a samurai crawling out of it.
See?
Lordy.
Well,
when the lockdown hits, it gets serious around here.
Well,
Right.
now. Well, are we gonna just settle down here until night falls?
Yeah, you'll
How
have
tired
enough
are we?
time to basically set up shop.
What'd you ask?
I didn't quite catch this. I was like, how sleepy are we?
Oh, how tired are we? Okay.
Yeah.
We're not tired.
Yeah, you guys aren't tired.
Okay.
You ain't tired. Get back to work. All right then.
mm,
Oh, should we?
what
just-
can we do until?
I mean, we should get the elephant out of the room and where are people gonna be sleeping? 'Cause that's something we just gotta get out.
God,
of the way.
housekeeping. Okay, we'll do
Yeah.
housekeeping. What exactly
should.
is it's the rooming situation? How many?
If I recall correctly, there's
2 rooms and a
two
loft.
rooms, 2 rooms, a loft, and technically there is a living area.
Yeah, there
With
is
the
the
kitchen,
living room.
right?
Came out on the couch.
There is the
Out of
bathroom.
curiosity, how big is Is there a couch? Is there already furniture in here?
There's some preset furniture, yeah.
Matt, okay. I mean, does anyone want the loft just like straight out?
Looks at Yasha.
Look back.
I mean, I assumed it was going to be Yasha of all people, but
You could sleep anywhere.
yeah. But I would think, at least I would think that Yasha would prefer sleeping, outside, kind of.
The loft does not go outside.
Oh, that kind of loft.
It's an indoor
an
loft.
inside loft. Yeah, and
Got it.
it's cramped enough that you can't stand up there, but it's low enough that you could very easily put down some futon and beds up there. And use it as a sleeping area.
I
Oh.
don't think Lenita's gonna fit up there.
Oh, Mortarin can though, and he's real tempted.
Oh, you get to sleep with this one. Shoves with Lamine.
Exactly. Everyone would be like, "No, you ain't fucking getting away from this, Mortarin."
Even Lamine is confused. Like, why can't he pick where he wants to sleep?
He's not allowed.
Not allowed. Cause remember the last time that he's been not allowed.
The loft is also like not private though, so this is like, all right, Morton, you're gonna have to probably room with someone unless you want to be.
Oh, he's gonna have to room with somebody else. No, he wouldn't take a loft then, cause that would mean the choices of, well, Yasha wouldn't be too bad, but I don't think Yasha would want to be cramped up there with somebody else.
Not that
No,
cramped.
I meant like. Loft is probably the least private place in here. You can just like climb up there. There's no door.
No
It's just
door.
like a,
Yeah, no door.
so
Open area.
that's super private up there.
The dwarf can spy
Like-
on you.
Put Kyron up there.
You know what? Kyron would find a way to start boarding up that area. And be like, God damn it, Kyron. God damn it.
I think Kyron would be the least likely to want to go, given his
Yeah.
need for secrecy.
Okay.
mean- How many? I mean, I guess it depends also how many people we can fit in a room. But, you know,
Just fit all of us in there. Clown cart.
oh my word. I imagine Kyron. It's kind of say since like we don't have everyone here, but Kyron
Yeah, I
would probably
know.
want his own room,
Yeah, and he's gonna board it up, so.
and it would be super awkward if the two, if Kyron and Morton were together in there. That'd be super awkward.
I feel like that's a terrible idea.
Would be a terrible idea.
waiting to happen. Oh man.
I mean, I feel like the most comfortable overall for us would be me and Mordorin and either Yasha, Poverty in a room. Kyron gets his own. But
Yeah, he
everyone
does.
keeps their sanity. Like, we keep our sanity, he keeps his. It's just the best option for everyone. You get your own room, and someone gets a loft. Or, people get a room. One gets a loft, and one can just camp out in the living room. I mean, Lamine probably wouldn't be too against. But I don't think she'd fit on the couch either.
Just give Lamine.
Imagine she's bigger than most couches.
You know what? That's fair.
To be honest.
That's fair. Oh, I say Lamine gets a room,
Like,
and now it's just the decision of whether anybody's going to allow Mordorin to actually stay either in the loft or in the.
would he want either of those?
Oh God.
I mean, like, I could see him liking it, but also they're really
He wouldn't,
public.
but the debate is if he wants to keep bothering Lamine. That's that's the moral quandary right there.
He's
It's
not
like,
bothering her.
he doesn't know that.
No,
he
he thinks
thinks
he
he's
is.
bothering her.
Yeah, so. If he's out there, how can she take care of him?
True.
It's true. Oh my God. It would have to take some convincing, but Mordorin would probably eventually go with Lamine. Oh God.
I mean, I think Lamine would genuinely think that it would be the best option. Like, without any pretense of anything, she would just think that it would be best for Lamine Morden and one of these other two to
Yeah.
come together.
I can imagine Poverty chilling on a loft. As long as the
Yeah.
horns don't get in the way, but I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue.
I don't think it'd be any more problematic than being on a bed. So, you know.
Mhm.
I guess, like, I agree that Poverty would probably be the best fit for Loft. Unless Yasha really wants it. But Yasha seems kind of like whatever most of the time, so. It's Yasha's opinion. Yasha,
Let's-
because you're the
let's-
only other person we can even talk to right now. Your
Oh.
thoughts?
Yasha's like,
Oh.
I'm going to sleep in the sink.
Yeah, he
Well, the-
liquefies like a cat and just sleeps in the sink. He lopes.
All right, we. It's like, okay,
All right
Sure.
then.
lead you to it.
I mean, given Yasha's stature, she wouldn't mind taking the loft since he's, well, tiny.
Yeah, I mean, up to you. It's,
Like compared to everyone here, he is probably the runtiest next to Poverty.
that is
Small.
true. Actually,
Oh.
Poverty is pretty tall. She's almost as tall as Mordorin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Yasha is the small.
Yeah, you are the small.
He is the small.
He
I
is
guess the
small.
loft is Yasha's.
How tall
Everyone
is
else. He's like
I
5,
remember being
6.
short.
So he's not very tall.
Yeah, because Mordorin is 6. Poverty is 5. I would say 5'8" to 5'10". And then there's Lamine and fucking Kyron up there.
I don't remember how tall Kyron is.
I think Kyron is actually the same height as Lamine.
More than half our group is
See?
quite tall.
Yeah, actually, I can confirm that. He gave me a description. Hold up. Yeah, he stands about 6'4". Cause
God
Lamine's
damn,
6'4",
two
right?
beefcakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's 6'4". It's a goddamn. Mean and Kyron are just two beefcakes up front. Holy
Yeah.
Big.
hell. Big and
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mordorin's tall but thin.
Whoa.
Poverty is a good
Lanky.
balance of both, and then there's Yasha.
Yep, the small Yasha.
Okay.
Yasha
Yeah,
just
sure.
yeets himself up into the loft. He doesn't use the ladder.
Mm.
Just power. He just does the sonic spin up into the loft.
The,
Yeah, you know that seems.
That seems about
the spring.
That seems about right. Yeah.
Wow.
And then Mortarin once more is just
Take
he's,
poverty.
he's
I mean-
not upset about sharing a room. He's upset that Lamine has to deal with him.
I mean, right side, he's not only with Lamine, because poverty will be in there unless she takes the couch.
True.
We could take the couch. The couch is an option. We can make it one of those foldable bed couches too.
I mean, you could always just like scoot your table up to the edge or something too, and just put put like a. cushion up there,
We could just
nothing
buy
else.
8 beds. That's it, just beds, and we'll fill the apartment with beds.
Just push all
Sleep
all
anywhere.
the furnitures to the ends of the wall. Just roll out some bedrolls on the floor. Now
Yeah.
nobody gets the rooms.
That's it. That's just it. They're all beds, every single one of them.
So hard to say about poverty, you know, but I'm okay with having poverty with us. With
begins
more
taking
than-
a shit ton of plants out of his backpack and putting them everywhere.
God.
God. Here we go. Yeah, Morty will just feel more guilty because now he's adding poverty into the. Oh God, you have to deal with me too.
Oh,
This big
fine.
bonsai tree can go in the living room. Thump.
Well, at least he's making himself a home.
It's
I
the
can ask-
bonsai tree from
I
the
can
school.
ask Shadow what he
Yeah.
wants to do later, but he's not on at the moment.
Yeah. Whenever Shadow gets around.
I like that. Sounds like a good setup.
Yeah.
I should have left. Kyron gets his own room for everyone's sake,
Yeah.
Especially his own.
especially his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the last three, the parents
Oh.
and the daughter get the last room.
Yeah.
Alright. Otherwise, I guess it's just like spilling out miscellaneous things that random shit we might have brought along, because Lamine would have brought her sewing stuff, embroidery stuff.
I'm
nothing else so that
guessing.
she-
I'm guessing you guys
Something
hang
good.
out till nightfall then.
Yeah.
That might. I mean,
Unless you want to do a
Fair.
little bit of
recon or something might be productive. Doing something productive, I think, would be useful. But
Yeah.
All right.
Probably
Before
shouldn't.
you do that, there is actually one thing I do want to give Lamine.
Oh,
It's not technically
Present?
a surprise. Technically, yes, but also be like, Morton, really? Remember the broken like not medallion, amulet of Selune?
Yeah.
He would offer it to Lamine, and it's clearly like it's fixed. It's completely fixed. You've been with this man for so long, and you have not seen him once try to fix this thing. So it's just like, and it's up to you. If you
what
want
does he
one,
just like hold out to her? Like, hey,
yeah,
Lamine,
just like, yeah, just
what do I
literally,
do-
hey,
what
Lamine,
the fuck am I
what?
supposed to do with this?
Yeah,
No, she wouldn't be like that.
just hold it out. Be like, please take from me. Oh, what do you give an answer? I don't think he will. I think he just kind of looks away and just holds it out to her.
I'm not sure if I need a third god. I'm honest.
Well,
If
they
you can
sure
give
don't
me
like.
a good
They sure don't like me, so.
looks askance at.
Haha.
Bouncing between, yeah, I can believe it, but also like that sounds like bullshit.
He kind kind of just looks down at the amulet as he like ponder over like, okay, this bullshit, or like, yeah, I can believe that. He will say like, I can feel there's some sort of magic on it. And
I suppose that makes sense. It was broken, or wasn't it?
mhm.
I can only assume you didn't do anything to fix it.
Nope.
You scared?
Ooh. He's going to say no, but we both know he kind of is.
I mean, like, you could even if he did succeed on a deception check, I really think that she'd think it's bullshit anyway. Like,
Yeah.
like really?
Like, no. I kind of want to roll it just to see how bad the no is, but no, it's obvious. Like, he's lying. Man, I can't lie for shit. Especially not to Lamine.
I have an idea of what she'd say. Sort of like formulating a thing. Yeah, I think she definitely just. I want to say stare. It's not really. I mean, looking is technically correct, but you know, it's a bit more. Is the word I'm looking for. I mean, point is, she is just gonna be watching her for a moment, and then will actually gently take the amulet from him.
Ooh.
I think would definitely. There's definitely something she wants to say with this.
Yeah. I'm also curious to see if Peter will do anything with this. But that is up to him.
The amulet
Yeah.
that you
I am currently
may or may
I'm
not have
currently
repaired.
holding it. I've
That Lamine is now currently holding.
I'll
More than
keep
has
in
free to
mind.
give it to her.
I was. This may surprise you, Mordrin, but I was quite scared and confused as well when Lathander chose me. Much
That does
certain.
surprise him.
Didn't go out looking for worship or his teachings. He found me. It is unnerving for a higher power to find people like us worthy of whatever it is they seek to do in the world.
Ooh. I know what Mordred's gonna. Okay, yeah. Mordred's response will just be, well, at least he found you worthy.
I assume by your wording you don't think you're worthy of whoever chose you. I didn't either. I still don't, honestly.
I think the more Lamine speaks, the more upset to angry Mordred looks. But
Like
not
that.
at her. It's like clearly not at her. But yeah. chosen, yeah. I guess.
I guess.
Yes. Chosen, forced upon, whatever makes you feel better.
He has been foisted upon.
Hoist upon this man a
Hoist
fuck ass load of
upon-
fun. Oh, fuck ass load of fries.
Ye?
What does a front?
Suppose some of it can come down to a difference of opinion. But Thunder let me do better than I had been.
And my
Can
patron,
under-
no matter how hard I prayed, just fell silent until she felt the need to make her presence known. There is a difference.
I hold out my hand.
He just kind of looks at it curiously.
Sniffs it.
Sniffed it. Ooh.
Sniff.
Uh, if he doesn't move, she sighs and then reaches for his hand herself.
And he lets her take his hand.
She puts the amulet back in his hand.
He just kind of just furrows his brow. Like, oh man, I have it again.
This is not something for me to figure out. This is for you.
He will take it
This
back.
is not my god.
Trade request cancelled.
God damn it.
Put up.
Well, she's not my god either.
You hear the Final Fantasy pop.
Not anymore.
I'm curious, but I won't pry.
Honestly, I wish I had an answer for you. I keep asking her for answers. But has she ever replied?
I don't know if it'll help you, but that might be your mistake. Odds and logic do not always go hand in hand. It is faith. Understanding and believing that what you're doing is correct. I think you're going about it the wrong way. This is not something you can think through.
As he's trying to think through it.
What does that
Him
mean?
now thinking, yeah, like, I must think about this. I must ponder upon my amulet.
If only it was some sort of spherical sort of device.
It kind of is spherical, actually.
Ah, but it
Just
is not
not in the-
completely spherical. It is
No,
not
it's
an
not.
orb-like
It's
shape.
not.
To be quite honest, I don't know if any of this will actually help you. It's just my own experience and my own thoughts.
I will just have to think about it, I suppose. She's here whether I want it or not, and unfortunately, she's here to stay.
She's here for a reason, and she might have been gone for a reason too. Shrug.
If only
that-
she'd tell me what it was.
Oh, if only.
Good? Everything Mordrin? Everything from Mordrin for now?
If everything good with Mordrin, he's at least
Not-
a little better.
I mean, hope she helped them at least somewhat. she is aware that they have very differing opinions
do.
on religion.
They do.
Their experiences are completely opposite.
Yeah? Isn't that cool?
It's pretty fun.
It is fun.
She gives him a pat on the head though.
Oh, he likes head pats.
Oh? Well, he's gonna get more than.
Head pat.
Man, he's such a cat.
He is. At least he didn't look quite upset as he was before.
Dude.
Was there any other was there any looking around or scouting you guys plan to do?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We
just
did.
to check out the area, see what is like around here, I suppose. Anything of note. Also for Mordrin, Lamine has an open invitation to her about more stuff along those lines if he needs to.
We'll
She
see
will-
if he takes it.
She will do her best to help him along. If he wants it. She's not like trying to force him to become religious or something. No, he got some trouble there. She's just trying to lighten that a little bit. Well, let's check around and see what there is. See if there's anything fun.
Sounds good.
I'm definitely taking note of the fact that one of the guys, the dude who used to own that gym is somewhere around here. I'm not in this immediate area, but
Oh yeah, the old swordmaster.
Yeah.
somewhere in this seaside area.
Yep. Old fighty half elf, if I recall.
Yeah, all I know is a name that is a nickname. Yeah.
So you can
Actually,
definitely.
I guess we
Hmm?
should. Yeah, we'll do a little recon around, and I guess we'll just go from there.
All right. Did you want to also try and like locate the Aurora as well? The
That would be it on that part of the recon. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So you're kind of going around all the districts. It is just kind of more or less. Go ahead and roll some investigation.
Okay, Mordor, we need your brain.
Alright. I'm here to help with the brain. Is this
Probably do have assistance because you got like you got a bunch of people that can.
You know what? That's fair.
Yep. You've got the whole crew.
Got some eyeballs.
16.
All
69,
right.
nice.
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 Yeah, you go about and you investigate the areas. You get a good lay of each of the districts, and while you don't find the Aurora itself exactly, you do happen to have like directions, and you kind of have an idea of where the Aurora is. So you didn't find it, but you know where it is.
That's better than nothing.
Yeah. There's a number of interesting things to point out here. Lots of bars for sailors, especially the seaside.
Makes sense. Lots of places to get wasted.
Yep. There's a lot of there's also a lot of passages to get in and out of the central seaport. As you notice, there's a lot of the canals are winding, and they're more like a pretty complex web of waterways, really.
Okay. Cool.
A lot of the vendors will go through, and they'll actually reach all of the districts in a pretty expedient amount of time, by way of skiff travel. So you're able to kind of come to the conclusion that the most effective route and most effective and cost-effective route, I should say, because it's both very cheap and very quick to get around, is through the canals.
That makes
Because
sense.
you can start in Northport and make make a whole round through all the other districts in Seaport, and actually in like almost half the time it would take for anyone to get from one district to another, or one area of a district to another. So like you can actually like probably get through the entirety of the Seaport. You can get through the entirety of all of the districts in Seaport in the same time it takes to get to from one part of Hanging Gardens to another. Because they're just that effective, and they're not that much like different in size. I think Seaport is actually bigger. It's just that these canals and
Kind of got that feeling from how you're describing stuff. Yeah, that this entire like seaside area was gigantic.
yeah, it's a huge tract of ground that the districts cover. And while they're fairly slim, they're pretty much long and narrow, a lot of them. It's still like the overall size of it is still pretty huge. But yeah, yeah, they're just that effective at moving stuff in and out of Seaport. I mean, it kind of has to.
Yeah, true.
This is a trade city, and having a very optimized way of loading and unloading supplies is important. You can definitely see that there's pride in that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, traveling by boat in the canals most effective. You know of the location of the Aurora. You know, a few things is there's a lot of bars. There's also a very high population of Vitten in this area, specifically Vitten sailors. A
makes
lot of the Vitten here are noticeably different than most of the Vitten in the other parts of Brosnov. Um, in fact, they kind of look more like they're from Fjordheim. The way they talk, the way they act, um, the way they dress is very, very different. Some of them still kind of keep to their like um, more cultural attire, which is like lots of furs and lots of armors, rather than going with a more sleek and more complementing clothing for Brosnov. So you see a lot of people wearing a lot of fur clothing, even if it's like warm. That being said, it's not very warm in this part of Brosnov. A lot of the marine air just keeps this place very chilled. And you can even feel it out in out in Central District in Seaport. Just the cold air kind of comes in. Another thing that well, I mean, you already know this, but once you go towards like the actual parts of the seaport, you can actually see the clouds, or you can actually see the sky, and you can see what time of day it is, not just Brosnov Day.
Hey,
It's almost weird to you, considering how long you've been under the Brosnov clouds.
holy shit, the
Yeah.
actual sky.
Yeah,
Hey, Sky.
it's a weird sensation seeing it too.
What is the time of day?
I don't know, what time of day is it? Let me roll on that real quick. It's daytime. It's about midday.
Okay, wow, that's gonna get real fast.
Yeah.
Probably go dark in Brosnov.
Yep. It's gonna be like there's just gonna be dark clouds once you like walk out or walk in and you walk out and you see like it's still like 2 p.m.
Yeah. Weird.
You still see the sun out and everything, even though it's like absolute darkness behind you.
This place is wild.
Yeah. Other bits of information. Yeah. Each of the ports kind of have their own. They're actually designed very differently, each one. From your very brief run through each of the areas. Southport, you're kind of more familiar with because you guys came through Southport. But Southport it's just a giant seawall, and that's where they if you recall when you first came to Brosnov, all the ships are actually like pulled out of the water and like brought up to the top of this like several 100-foot high wall, and then everything's offloaded from the top of this wall, and then the ships are lowered back into the water. Northport doesn't quite have that. They have a series of locks. So, similar-ish design, but rather than pulling the whole frickin' ship out of the water, they just raise the water levels. So they actually have like a very strange, complex design, and they have canals, and they have some canals that actually lead further up north towards the fishing villages. Westport. Now this one is very, very different. They've all been very interesting, but that one is actually more like a standard port, really. Rather than having, moving ships up and down the waters, or lifting the ships in and out of the water, they just have ships actually sitting in the water. And Westport, you kind of come quickly to realize, is huge. It's bigger than the other two. And a lot of the ships, there's a lot of military ships that kind of sit out there. That's their main business. All the ships that come in and go, like for big trade, it goes through Westport. And the way it works is they have a specific big, like, I don't know how to put it other than they have like these massive canals that kind of have the ships coming in, and then it makes a big U-turn back out. And then there's just a bunch of like just tons and tons of just like docks and harbors that are holding all these ships in. That aside, yeah, you can see military ships kind of patrolling around the outsides of the harbors. Airships are everywhere here, and I don't mean like big ones. I mean like little ones. But they're always covering the skies, and it's just super busy. Yeah, so there's no shortage of work, no shortage of business, and no shortage of military presence
So it
out in
seems.
the Westport. But yeah. It's also, compared to the other two, it's also like the most leveled with the water, as there's no locks that there's like locks and various like roadblocks to like prevent ships from going out and in, but all of the designs are more around moving ships effectively rather than lifting them, since the lay of the land is kind of strange in Brosnov. The water is kind of higher in the Southport. Like Southport has a very strange layout where the land kind of dips into the water, and so they have this huge seawall to kind of cover that and keep it from flooding. Whereas the north side of Brosnov is very highly elevated, so they have all these locks that are helping the ships coming up and down to the port. So, yeah. Just some interesting port facts. But yeah. It's yeah, it's kind of a massive bay that's been repurposed into several harbors in Westport, and I think that's really it. It's probably safe to presume that West and Southport, especially Westport, will have a very large presence of Tetsuguard. Northport is actually one of the quieter ones.
It's nice.
Mostly because of all the business that kind of goes between all three of them. Northport has a lot of business, but a lot of the ships kind of, well, they go north, and there's not too much that happens out there. So, yeah, I think that kind of covers the information you get from your investigation check.
Thank you, Mordorin.
Lower dump.
You're welcome. Lord dump.
Yeah. But as you return to your new home, night falls, and you hear the mountain, whose
Where do we
mighty,
go?
the droning engines of the of various machines that are keeping the light in Brosnov bright, power down, and suddenly that golden glow starts to fade like a snuffed out candle.
Right. Well, the exciting things happen.
Yep. There's just like maybe 20 or 30 seconds of just like every street in Central Port just being absolutely dark, by the way. It's just you guys are just standing in total darkness unless you're back at the house. You guys are in total darkness for like almost half a minute, and then like after that everything lights up and suddenly it's just everything is like nightlife.
Nightlife is here.
Yep. The airships that are flying around Brosnov they have like little light glows, just softly blinking in the skyline. Ships are lit with various lamps, lights, and other bits of luminescent equipment or illuminating equipment. Buildings tend to light up, and you happen to notice that there's quite a small collection of lighthouses that whose lights actually reach out to even your part of the city. You can just kind of look above and you see like a passing like searchlight glow.
Man, okay. Makes sense though.
Yep.
Especially in the south, I imagine you don't really want to run into that seawall.
Yeah.
You can avoid it.
It's fair.
In any case, yep. It is now Brosnov night.
Hooray! Well, are we gonna start our investigation for Lady Yuki immediately, or?
Well, party what do. We have been going on for I think roughly 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours, yeah.
We can
Yep.
we can call it here if you guys want, and then pick it up next week maybe.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I will say though, Lamine, I think Mortar will eventually take your offer, but we'll see
Good.
when he will.
Alrighty. Cool. I'm gonna start up the raid.
Raid.
Yep. We'll just
And we'll,
toss myself over to Blue's channel for the night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bam. Alright, cool. I can also use my goodbye thing for once. But yeah. Y'all have a new thing.
We got new digs.
New
Yeah,
digs,
we have a place.
new look, new place, new life, new district. Welcome welcome to the harbor, guys. Welcome to the
Yeah.
seaport. Alrighty. We're gonna raid blue. And yeah, with that, I guess I'll say thank you for checking in on stream, and if you're watching the VOD afterwards, then thanks for checking out the VOD, and hope you guys have a great night. Anyways, I go raid. See ya.
See ya. Yeah.
Alright, let me just go.